Well, another episode of the Press Box. Another episode of Bama capping for Josh Allen. What's new? Another episode of Trent hating on the new generation. It is what it is. This is going to be a great episode. I can't wait to get into it. Y'all know what time it is. This is Swiper. That's Bama. That's Trent. We got a couple more joining us very soon, and a very, very welcome guest that's about to join us as well. This is going to be a great episode, y'all. This is the Press Box. This is one of the very best football platforms you will find on the internet, where you got folks that have played football in college, folks that got 40 offers in college, and then somebody who practiced in college a lot. We have a very, very deep repertoire of football knowledge up here. This is going to be a great episode. Trent, Bam, how we feeling today, fellas?
Cool, I'm good. Chilling.
Honestly, bro,
I am wondering about the title. Like,
why?
I'm saying, did Bama cook that up, or that was you swiping?
No, you don't think this is the year for the Bills? They got DJ Moore.
I mean, it can. I don't know.
They got DJ Moore.
I gotta see it to believe it. Like,
they got Joe Brady. They got Joe Brady.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it can be. It can be.
You know, man, I'm good, man. Anytime.
How you not believing in the Bills, Trent? They got everything they need.
Now they do. I just gotta see it to believe it. That's just like, I'm just saying, like, it's to the point.
Oh yeah, now after this last playoff performance,
bro, it's literally just like, bro, like, I hope.
I mean, but what can you do? Josh ran into a tank on the other side of the field, bro. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that wasn't. There's not something you can do about that. Trent, you weird about you weird. Yeah, you weird.
I gotta keep it real. This is where we gotta be consistent. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, you know, we not buying no excuses, man, because we know who they rival is, bro. Yeah. You can't be losing to the Bo Nixes.
Why?
Can't be losing
That's
to the
not how football works. But Bama, you know better. Bama, you're too smart. That's not how football works, Bama.
That's not how football works usually. But the guys we talking about, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson,
Tom Brady
they're superhuman, bro.
Tom Brady lost to a mid quarterback twice in the Super Bowl. Twice.
Yeah, but
and he lost to an aging Peyton Manning in 2015.
He also made it 10 times.
No, okay, but you lose. You lose to people, man. That's football, bro. Like, I'm just not one of those guys that like quarterbacks are like the end all be all. Otherwise, Joe Burrow would have been in the bowl again since 21.
Well, I mean, a lot more plays into that, but they had the number one O-line swiper, and on paper, technically, the Bills, they had the number one defense. That's what they said by whatever them per numbers y'all be talking about. So, I mean, there was no reason for Josh Allen to. I don't care about no reason for him to go out there and lose and play how he did.
So, and to say a comment, Swiper, Josh Allen didn't run into a tank. He hit a tank himself, trolling out there the way he was playing.
Trolling.
He still had a very good EPA in that game.
Come on, Swiper. You don't even care for EPA. You literally told me you don't care about football.
Ain't he had like three tubs in that game? What's up, D-Mac? Ain't he had like three tubs in that game?
He also had like 3 dots to the defense.
Exactly. And then he had that. And to be honest, the dumbest shit, it's the fumble before that, right before the half.
Before the half, bro. It's just like he just said here.
I knew exactly who you guys were talking about.
What that boy said, donations. That's what that boy said right before halftime.
More
donations.
He gave the Broncos a super chat.
Yeah.
Like he trolled, like he was.
What was Matthew? Could you harder on Josh Allen than you are Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford was worse. He should have lost the game to the Panthers of all teams.
I agree.
Puka saved him.
I agree.
Puka saved him.
But you got to be able to get the ball to Puka. So it's like
he didn't get the ball to Puka. He got the ball to the DB.
Yeah, but he didn't have
That's why you broke up because you're about to lie.
I think
you're start lying for Matthew Stafford.
I think the argument would have been better if Josh Allen didn't have the fumble before halftime because that's just inexcusable. And that's worse than any turnover Stafford could not have.
We got a super chat from Josh Allen. Here he fumble.
That was crazy. Like I said,
but yeah, Stafford just gives way to the.
I think this can be that year, but it's just like at the end of the day, bro, it's the Bills, bro. I gotta see it to believe it. Like they're always gonna make the playoffs, but to actually like make it and win it, I just gotta see it.
And I'm gonna let y'all know my bias with Stafford, bro. I give him a pass for them years he endured in Detroit. So when he be messing up in the playoffs, bro, I kind of like turn the eyebrow because it's just like whatever. Like you went through the pits of hell for like the beginning of your career and was disrespected. Matt Stafford put up a 5K season, 4.6K season, 4.8K season, all in Detroit, and it was just Detroit wasted. So
I mean, he also has like some pretty like not good years in Detroit too. I think that plays a part too. A lot of people were talking about Stafford the way he was.
Yeah, man, that Cowboys game, like, you know, that was
the year Calvin Johnson had broke his record. Go look at what the fuck Matthew Stafford was doing. That shit was ass. But you know what I'm saying? He was in Detroit, so it's like we want to give it a pass, but that's why you also in the times people call him Stat Paffer and all that shit because you throwing the ball 700 times.
Who called him that?
Huh?
Who called him that?
They used to call him Stat Paffer.
They used to call Matthew Stafford Stat Paffer all the time.
Brother, I must have been in the real football streets because I never heard that name in my life.
You never heard somebody call Matthew Stafford Stat Paffer?
No.
Never. No, like that. That's for real.
No.
That's crazy.
That's not even a good name.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, just for the context, y'all, since everybody up here thinks Josh Allen was trash last year, Josh Allen last season had a 102.2 passer rating. Patrick Mahomes didn't have that.
Josh Allen was great last year.
Josh Allen had 3,700 passing yards. Patrick Mahomes didn't have that.
Wait, why are you lying?
Josh Allen was trash. Josh Allen had 25 TDs last year. Okay,
you're not going to be able to just
and then
passes. Who
in the playoffs this last year, Josh Allen in 2 games had a passer rating of 99.8, which is very good in the playoffs. 4 touchdowns and just 2 interceptions.
My
7.5 in average.
Nobody.
And then versus the vaunted Jacksonville Jaguars defense, which was almost a perfect game. It was a 108.7 passer rating, 28 of 35 for 273 and a tub with just 1 sack. He was excellent.
He played amazing versus the Jags. But D-Mac, you know what's so funny? It's crazy he's doing this right now. But when the game happened, in real time, he went on a whole 20-minute rant about how the media is protecting Josh Allen.
No, they were
exactly. So but like you talking about, he had the EPA.
No, because I do think, you know, Trent, when people tell me about you, right, when I get DMs and messages about you or calls, calls, right?
No DMs about.
Oh, Trent, let me tell the story. Let me tell the story. So what happens is, Trent, okay, is look at me, Trent. This is intervention. Look at me. People will call me and be like, hey, like, you know, Trent, like, he's a sucker. He's trash. He's, you know, boo, get him off the floor. He's Facu Campazzo. He's killing our on-off minutes, right? Like, he's the only person I have a negative net rating with on the panel. All shows combined is Trent, right? I'm like, nah, Trent ain't like that, y'all. Trent's a good person. He's young. He's smart. He just hates on people that are above the age of 42 years old. That's just the way Trent works. He doesn't think anything before 2006 is relevant football. And that's iffy at that. He hates the way that everybody played in the 80s. He hates the way everybody plays in the 90s. He disrespects legends for whatever reason, even though he didn't watch any of the tape. Okay. He legitimately is one of the worst. Like if you know how Chill just did this. He just did the Chill versus like a 20 casual fans on Tim Duncan, right? And Chill got cooked. You know, on one of them, right? That's my dude.
D-Mac, he come for the unicorns. Like, it's not even just the old players. It's the unicorns.
I promise you everything up. If House of Highlights or whoever, I think that's them, right? That be doing that.
Flash,
shit.
Yeah.
I promise you, if I ever got invited to do some shit like that, I would fry all them niggas about 20 on the 21. I promise you.
About who?
Like if I made a statement,
you think you would beat somebody by Deion?
Huh?
You would win with Deion to defend Deion. You don't have any numbers to pull to because you can't pull them.
Shit, sure. But
all you would do is say, "Well, this is the backpedal."
Well, all the people that's gonna try to debunk me, have you seen prime time? A lot of niggas. When people talk about older players, people go off.
You didn't even see Champ Bailey. You know how old you were when he was playing?
What do you swipe up?
When Champ was in his prime, you realized you were like what?
That's fine.
4?
There's a thing called like.
What year were you born?
Google's free. 02. Google's free though.
Come on, bro. Watch out. Get out my face.
But what does that mean though?
In 02, I was discovering things about the world. How about that? Think about that.
Niggas, you said what?
In 02, I was discovering stuff about the world. Think about that.
That's cool.
Think about that.
It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't matter. If I did it 20.
In fact, in 02, Trent didn't want to play all these games. In 02, I was 12 years old playing on the 16-year-old team in basketball because I was like that. I was a young phenom. So he can say whatever he wants. Trent, go ahead and finish your story, bro.
No, I'm just saying, like, if I did a 21 about certain shit, I got fried. Like, it's not hard because a lot of football niggas, when niggas talk about older players, they talk about the lore. A lot of niggas don't even go back and watch even just the highlights of a Deion. Like, there's full cover snaps of Deion that you can watch, bro. Like,
but you did. It's also like context of like you can watch like other films and show like the full games of stuff. Like when, like for instance, Deion had this whole like, bro, literally, he'll put your offense in a domain expansion, bro, in the red zone to where you cannot throw the ball in the red zone when Deion is playing, bro. Like,
yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Like, Trent, you know what show that's from? You know what domain expansion is, Trent?
Trent, okay, literally, this man said this when he won Defensive Player of the Year. He said the quarterback first problem was he tried me in the red zone. He said, with Deion, you better proceed down there with caution. Pick the ball off, returns it the whole way, and he's high stepping at the 50-yard line at this point.
Yeah, I hear you.
You don't understand, bro.
I understand it, bro.
Not only like he punishes you when you try him.
I also think they're like it was just a different time. I don't think he just gonna be just doing what he's doing. Like I watch every step of his what's his name.
So you don't think somebody that can backpedal 4.5 can just anytime era?
I think he can, but I think he'll be getting fried way more than what he did for sure. Because the time he went up against a technical route runner, they can run a lot of reps versus him.
All right, well, hold on. Before this turns into more Deion slander, we're talking about Josh Allen, okay?
Yeah.
It's Josh Allen, y'all, I think, has an opportunity with DJ Moore, James Cook back. Let's see what they do in the draft. Now, this is going to be D-Mac's area because, he's a, fake woke draft expert. You know what I mean? Like, even though he's wrong all the time, especially about a certain team in orange and blue. And then you said what? You said what? David? My bad.
All draft people are wrong, just like all analysts. It's all the time. If I was afraid of being wrong, I wouldn't be as smart as I would.
No, yeah, you're right, because it wouldn't be as loud as you were about those stinky Chiefs last year. D-Mac, obviously they need an edge bad. They need some defensive help up front bad. I would even say maybe worse than Kansas City does. Like they are legitimately outside of Ed Oliver. They don't have anybody that makes you feel scared at all. And that's a problem. You have to feel scared about something on defensive line. But right now, if you look at their depth chart, y'all, like for the Bills, like going into the draft, they're very well situated. I think that if you look at the offensive depth chart, the offensive line is going to be special again. They're going to have a top 5 running game again, if not top 2, because that's just how good they are. DJ Moore, Khalil Shakir. I think Joshua Palmer is a good player. They obviously have Hardman, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox. D-Mac, do you think they have the best combo tight end room in the NFL right now?
I would say no.
Maybe one of them.
I don't think Kincaid has come along the way he needed to really feel great about that. And maybe some of that is usage. I don't know, but he hasn't developed as well as I would have hoped. And would maybe like him a lot as a prospect coming out of Utah. But no, but I mean, it's a good combination, and it extends also to Jackson Hawes, who can do some things for them too as a tight end 3. So
I like that. So
what don't you like about Kincaid, D-Man?
I think that when you drafted him, or at least, and again, this is how I value him as a prospect, he was a guy that you were going to be able to have as a steady, high-end number 2 option in the passing game as far as that was concerned. And I think that he is more a good move tight end than a standout type of guy as far as that's concerned. He just hasn't reached that next level of being able to beat either legitimate corners or high-level safeties in those matchups often enough to really feel great about that. It's more of a, hey, he's getting open because of scheme, which, again, fits within their offense and how they use multiple tight ends, what their run game kind of creates too. But there's not enough of what he's doing individually for me to put him up there. But, again, tight end room is still very good because of the multiple different types of tight ends that they have.
Like I said, I just think they have all the nonsense. Like, I'm not like against the Bills. It's just like seeing how the Bills just make it, and then somehow, some way, just f it up. Bro, I just gotta see it, bro. Like it is what it is. They should be like a Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl contenders. They should be.
Somebody said in the chat. Here we go. Cameron Pearson 3650. Josh had chances to win each of his last 3 playoff losses and failed every time. So I remember the Kansas City one and the Denver one. Is there another one? What's the one before that?
Right? Kansas City the year before. He was at home. He had the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
had a chance to.
And he almost threw a pick to. He threw it to? Was that Knox down the field that he was throwing for Kincaid?
Nah. So I think you're talking about 23. That was the one where Diggs dropped that crazy bomb. But they still drove down the field, and then he missed that dude on that seam route. That could have been a touchdown if he had executed the throw, but then they missed the field. So, like, yeah.
So it's that one, and then obviously 2024 as well, and then last year.
Yeah.
Man, but you know what?
I think the Bills are obviously in position to contend, like you said, that they need some defensive end help. Chubb in the rotation should help. They obviously drafted a lot of defensive linemen, TJ Sanders, Deion Walker. Obviously, we kind of know who Greg Rousseau is at this point. We know Ed Oliver can be good. But you're just trying to get enough from those other guys to be able to cobble it together. An impact pass rusher in the draft would certainly help a lot as far as that's concerned. I'm just probably a little bit less bullish on how much of an upgrade DJ Moore would be, even though, granted, the wide receiver room was bad last year, so it's going to automatically make them better. It's just not necessarily a standout weapon for me. I think that it is going to be able to be another good option for them, which, again, is an upgrade, but just not a massive one. So I think that the pass rush need is bigger than the weapon need, but ultimately there is going to be some type of thing where you get to the end of this and say, hey, are you doing enough to get the job done and get yourself over the hump? That's always going to be the question mark until it does, or until it happens for a lot of these teams as well. But I think the one thing that people are not necessarily talking about enough is the fact that there is a head coach transition here, because I understand why people bagged on Sean McDermott. I get it. And there's certainly plenty of memes to be able to do so. But there is something to be said for the way that he got more of this defense usually during the regular season than necessarily their injuries and their talent would say so. And then also the fact of the way that he was able to lead the team on a consistent basis. And sometimes things look bad, and he still felt like they were incredibly composed as far as that was concerned. And so I think that what this transition looks like is also something to watch, especially early in the year, specifically on the defensive side and how things are going. Because, I mean, it's not nothing to lose Sean McDermott as far as that's concerned. It's not like they brought in some titan of a head coach, which, again, promoting from within is fine. It's just, hey, we don't know what that guy is going to do in the head coaching role.
Yeah, I think for me, D-Mac, when I'm looking at this roster and I'm looking at this team, I do think Joe Brady is a very good offensive coach. And I am also on the side that I don't think Sean McDermott was the issue. I mean, Bean was more of an issue than anything else. Again, if you just remember Bean's interviews that he's had, the Keon Coleman selection, how he somehow tried to – apparently, like, the owner tried to say that was more of a McDermott decision than it was a Bean, when you clearly have evidence on videotape of, like, that's actually not the case at all. But I remember D-Mac, the radio interview that he had where he called into the Bills radio station to say, hey, we averaged 30 points a game last year. We don't need receiver help. And it's just like, that's not – those two things. You have an absolute monster at quarterback, and then you had a really good running game that year. That's why you scored 30 a game. Like, Josh needs some help. But I do think there's something to you all that, like, I think the Bills their floor is really high. Like, the Bills this year will probably walk into 11 wins this year. That's how good they are. And 11 wins, as y'all know in football, that's a lot. I don't care what nobody says. Going 11-6 in the NFL, it's very hard because these teams are very good. You can lose every single week. And so the Bills being able to guarantee they're going to get at least 11 wins, that speaks to the competency of the organization. That speaks to how good Josh is. That also speaks to how good the defense is at times, what they're able to get out of them. Because defense, even if it's not like great from a talent standpoint, but just situationally, they're also very good. Now, McDermott not being here, that can change some things. But if they get in the draft, D-Mac, so as I look at their roster, and again, TJ Sanders, Deion Walker, Rousseau, like, they got Terrell Bernard at linebacker. I like, Bradley Chubb's there now. And they got Christian Benford, Geno Stone, who used to play for Cincinnati, is a good player. And they got CJ Gardner-Johnson now to play that nickel spot. And then you look in the draft, currently, if I'm looking at what they're projected to do, right now, like, TJ Parker, the edge from Clemson, is what I'm looking at as being projected to go there. So if they came away with like a premium draft talent up front, D-Mac, from Clemson, or somebody of that ilk, would you feel more confident about them being better next year and being able to have more opportunities and more ways to attack you defensively that should also bolster their passing game as well? Like, what would they need to do in the draft this year for you to feel confident for them to be like a legitimate tier 1 contender in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think that they're already a championship contender. So that's a piece of it. I think that it's very tough to say that, hey, what you do in the draft is going to push you over that hump. It's very difficult for me. I feel like and these things do happen as far as that's concerned. I want to be clear about that. But it's like, hey man, if you're not a contender before the draft, and then all of a sudden you're pushing yourself, and all of a sudden you're getting over a hump because of a rookie, sometimes it's a tough sell, especially when you're drafting at the back end of the first round. That being said, when you're talking about Jim Leonard's defense, you're talking about a little bit of an odd front usage, and I think that's going to be the most fascinating point. TJ Parker to me doesn't make sense for them because I think he's a little bit more of a true even front edge from that perspective. Now he can play, a more odd front if you want to put him at a 4-eye. He could do those sorts of things. But to me, I want to see them get more of a better, higher upside pass rusher just from this point and where they're at, because I think that's the missing piece. They got guys that they can play on early downs to be able to be stout against the run, in my personal opinion. Some of the guys that I mentioned earlier, like TJ Sanders and Greg Rousseau, et cetera, and Bradley Chubb to an extent. They need somebody that can really bend the corner, be able to get up the arc and force quarterbacks to try and move inside, where Ed Oliver can be able to win some of those matchups. So
do you think that Bradley should be able to help that, because he is a power rusher? And so just even holding the integrity of the pocket, like, and being able to collapse. Go ahead.
No, you're good. And that's the thing for me. I think that there is a lot of ways in which their edge room right now is built around a lot of that power element as far as that's concerned. So for me, I'd be like, hey, let's go ahead and find a guy that I feel comfortable kind of screaming off the edge to complement what they have as far as that's concerned. Now, the problem is with this, there's not necessarily a great guy in the range that they're going to be looking at to do so. The good news on the opposite end is, hey, if a guy like Akeem Mesidor fell far enough to make that pick, then I think that he's just good enough as an edge rusher out the box that he would be worth it, regardless of necessarily the type not being great, a great fit from that perspective. The other thing is maybe you trade out of that pick. Quarterback needy team wants to come up into the first round, trade back into that pick. Something. Exactly, and try and grab a guy like R. Mason Thomas. That's more the early second round type of range in which R. Mason Thomas, for this fit in the scheme, I think actually makes more sense. So it's a little bit of a small needle to thread to necessarily get the type of player or prospect that would make sense in their fit. But regardless, like you said, they need help up front. And I think that there's different ways that they can be able to attack that and get that in the building.
Trent, what do you feel like the difference is between them and some of the other AFC teams that you feel confident in right now? Like, because I know you're concerned about, for some of you, it's not superstitious, but like you're very much an evidence-based person in some ways. Like, I've seen you do it. Go ahead.
It's just like it's not like would I have like these teams have other advantages? I think that Bills have an advantage over a lot of teams because they got 17. They have Josh Allen. That Josh Allen can rise up to the occasion. It's just that it's somehow, some way through 2020 to now, somehow, some way, like just something has fallen apart with the Bills. And them getting DJ Moore is huge because their wide receiver core before that wasn't that good. So now you have like a real stout wide receiver one. But it's just like, bro, this is going on like what? This is about to be the 7th year, the 6th year, whatever. Like of them, the Bills just making the playoffs and just losing. So it's just like, I just got to see them get over the hump for real. It's not about like any teams having like advantages. I think they run defense needs to get better for sure because that was a major issue last year. But outside of that, they should be contending for the Super Bowl. And then I don't know if Mahomes is playing this year. So it's just like, this could be another year where Mahomes is out. This should be a real good year for you to make the ball.
Because of the quarterback, though, is what your argument is, right?
Yeah, like you got a top 2 quarterback in the league. Like Josh Allen, like the Bills have a lot of advantages like that in general. Like I don't think the Bills team was that good last year, but they can compete with a lot of teams because you got Josh Allen. So it's like it's.
Let me ask y'all a philosophical question because I think this is kind of where we all tend to break apart. I think quarterback is the most important position in sports. It might be pitcher because y'all saw in the if you watched the World Baseball Classic, if you got a great pitching room or if they're hot that day, it don't matter who's in the lineup, you can get shut down. Like the Team USA got walked versus Venezuela because they couldn't hit anything. I do think there's something to you all, like having a quarterback is absolutely elite, but having a quarterback that you trust for a team that's good and mobile, having a good infrastructure, having a tenacious defense, and then having a solidified offensive line. When I look at like the Bills, the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers, when they're fully healthy Chargers, the Ravens, I mean, the Patriots even, they all have like quarterbacks that the teams believe in. But at the end of the day, like if your team and your infrastructure is better than the other one, it's really difficult to beat some of these other guys. Because as good as Josh and Mahomes and them is, D-Mac, we talk about this with the Chiefs Broncos all the time. I think there's a reason why Mahomes struggled versus Denver, and I think the matchup between Bo Nix and him is closer. And like some of this is like situational of, Bo's also, he's good, but Mahomes is playing versus Vance Joseph and the Denver defense. So I think that's where that's where like the equalizer for me is, Trent. Like I don't know, quarterbacks can be elite, but the issue is if the other quarterback you're playing is also extremely competent and they're playing versus like a worse defense, like it's kind of, we're kind of equal when we walk on the floor on the field together.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It's just, I don't know, bro. Like it is what it is. Like I think this is gonna be another interesting year for the Bills. It just depends on how really 17 play in the playoffs, bro. If they can get the regular Josh Allen, how they usually get, that's a playoff riser in the playoffs, they're most likely going to probably go to the Super Bowl. Most likely. Like unless DJ Moore just like out there trolling, I don't think he's gonna do that. Like he wanted to leave Chicago. You got a new spot. You have a clearly better quarterback. It's time to go back to the 1,200, 1,100 yard DJ Moore that we used to see literally on a regular day basis. So it's just like, yeah, this should be New England year. I mean, New England, fucking the Buffalo year. So,
only reason we think it's Buffalo year because they in the AFC East. Them and the Patriots, they on prove it deals right now until that conference gets a little bit better. I mean, yeah. I would say an addition of a true DN probably would make them better. But after this season, I know Swiper trying to give him a pass, or he went against the Broncos defense, whatever.
I don't want to give him a pass for that game. I think that
I just feel like, bro, the level that these guys, him and Lamar's got to, MVP winners, you got a rule change against Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like, the 13-second, whatever, you got a rule change. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, you got to – I kind of felt Trent, bro, was no excuse, bro. All the quarterbacks Drake made, Bo Nix, them was the quarterbacks you had to go through in order to win you a championship. Because even when he battled Patrick Mahomes, they had decent defenses. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to give them the defense tax. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, just get it done. You know what I mean? The level of QB you guys have gotten to, it was no Mahomes. The boogeyman wasn't there. It was no excuse that this Super Bowl shouldn't have had Josh Allen in it. Like, you know what I mean? But, I mean, I know it's football. The game got to go out there and get played. Kudos to Drake Made for getting there. You know what I mean? But it was also Mickey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, come on, bro. Like, Josh Allen no, come on, bro. You can't give a donation right before halftime, bro. Like, it's.
But he did it. D-Mac, I'm actually watching that game versus the Chiefs. Again, it was 5 minutes and 31 seconds left in the game. And the Chiefs were up 27-24. Mm-hmm. Josh absolutely fumbled the ball at the 50-yard line. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that did happen.
He ran and Chris Jones tackled him from behind. And you had two Chiefs that bungalowed all over the ball and didn't get it. The game should have been over. Like, it should have been over right there. So, like, Josh Allen.
But the thing about it is the game should have been over even before that because they had failed on the fourth down, and then Mecole Hardman threw the ball out the back of the end zone and gave it back to him. So that game was frustrating.
Oh, yeah. When he So when he got tackled in the pylon, and then
yes.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yes. But the thing about it is, for me, is yes, we're going to eventually run into hey, you just got to play to a certain level. That's just what it comes down to. And for Josh Allen, 13 seconds game, which is where this really starts, because everybody's like, hey, it was the AFC Championship game the first time against the Chiefs. Like, hey, we understand. It's the first time you're on the road. You got beat pretty handily. It happens. This is your first chance, really. All right, fine. 13 seconds game, back and forth. Obviously, he had a great game. Mahomes was just that ounce better and got the coin toss on the side. Shit happens. Understandable. These last 3 years specifically, and the fact that he's had these opportunities to either tie or take the lead, late into the game, and it just hasn't come through. Those are the opportunities that A, you really only get but so many of it.
Yeah, bro.
But B, you've got to be able to come through if you're that level of player. And we hold these guys to that type of standard. We're talking about Lamar Jackson as well, to be able to prove that in the playoffs as well. So ultimately, we are going to probably get to that point in the playoffs because, like you said, they're going to be a double-digit win team. They've got a good roster. They're going to be in a position to be able to have those moments. He's got to elevate to that point and get the job done. Until then, that's going to be a question mark. As far as the roster is concerned, yeah, they're where they need to be.
D-Mac, is DJ Moore, though, the type of guy? So I don't know who the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to draft Mansour, and I'm hearing more and more smoke about that. I think Mansour is a great pick for the Chiefs. I know you don't love that because he's a corner and drafting him early. I think he could be special. Like so if I rank the last few prospects for me in the last few years, I'm saying Patrick Surtain out of college, and then underneath that was Stingley. I think Mansour is right there with J.C. Horn. Like that's how I view Mansour. I think he's a really, 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 really good corner.
I don't have any issues with well. Actually,
you said Mansour is already on pace with J.C. Horn right now.
No, I think if you talk out of the
prospect
out of the draft,
it's like Stingley. It's like Stingley, Okudah, like the rest. But it's like I don't think Mansour really like that though. So.
I like Mansour a lot more than I like offensive tackle, specifically because I think Mansour is that level of prospect to justify being taken in top 10. I don't really feel that way about any of the tackles. To quickly insert that. But what was your question going to be? I'm sorry.
Well, I was saying that like if you get Mansour added to the roster, welcome, J-Rob, Big Rob,
Headache Gang in the house.
J-Rob, big money. Hey, every time I see J-Rob, bro, I'm like, let me straighten my shirt up. Let me sit up in my chair. What's up, boy?
What up, my fellas? How y'all doing?
Man, we rapping, bro. We talking about the Bills today, bro. Man, we talking about like just where they are in the AFC and everything else, bro. And then literally, you're the perfect person to get in here because J-Rob, D-Mac. D-Mac, if you don't know J-Rob, that's J-Rob.
D-Mac, what's good? Pleasure to meet you, bro.
I've known D-Mac for at least 3 years now. I don't even know when we first got started or whatever. We've been arguing about Broncos Chiefs for 3 years now. He's been wrong the last 3 years.
I see his hat, but I see the hat, but I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Right now, when it comes to KC fans, I treat them like 2016 Warriors fans that came out of the room. No disrespect. I don't know. D-Mac, I don't know. You gotta tell me the history. I don't know how long you've been a fan.
That's perfectly fine. I will tell you.
Never know.
My grandfather came to Missouri in the 1960s. There was two teams in the state. It was the Cardinals and it was the Chiefs. And I've been a Cardinals and Chiefs fan.
I thought you tell a slavery story when my ancestors came over here.
My ancestors got off the boat.
I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Jets fan, D-Mac, and the only reason I'm a Jets fan is because my grandfather was drafted by the Jets back in the 70s, 80s, and I was born into a fandom that has been the bane of my existence for the last 29 years of my life. So. What can we do, right?
Hey, I grew up in Jersey, so I've been cursed with the Nets curse for the last 20 years.
You a Nets fan?
I am a Nets fan.
Oh, man.
Wait, what part of Jersey you in again?
Essex County, right
okay,
over there.
Yeah,
I know exactly. I know where you at.
Yeah, I got people.
I'm from Bergen County.
No, nice.
But Jersey is crazy, bro. Jersey's again. We talk about this. Jersey's one of the most slept-on cities like in America, bro. It got like legit talent out there, bro. Like legit. Like Jersey's just shout out to y'all. But basically,
you heard him. You heard him.
Nah.
You heard him. Don't smirk.
This is where you about to get nasty because I was about to give you props because my boy Lottie Brooks from Jersey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That play at Bama. So relax, bro. I'm about to give you some love, bro. I'm about to give you some love, bro.
Yo, you got some Jersey guys that came through
the best running back in the league from Jersey.
Lottie fire, bro. I was about to give y'all boys props out there. That boy,
the smartest NFL college player we didn't have in the last 50 years is from Jersey.
Byron Rowe not from Jersey?
Yeah, he is.
Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
bro. I remember, bro. Hey, J-Rob, talk about it. I remember Monroe when he was coming out. I remember. He was the number one prospect in football coming out of high school. Number one.
Yo, Bama, come on, just put a little respect on us. I know we.
Monroe was tough though. He was tough. He was tough though. All right, come on now.
Yeah, bro. Then he went out there to Florida State and was he second round pick at safety? That's what he was. To Tennessee. But he took time off. Yo, he took time off.
No, he didn't take time. You remember that Swiper? He played like a few years, went to the Titans, went to the Steelers. After that, bro.
He got a Rhodes Scholarship in college.
He like the leader at the board of the Johns Hopkins Hospital for us when we practicing medicine. All that shit go through him.
Yeah, my boy, a doctor.
Like,
he's a full-blown scholar now.
Bro, that's what I tell all athletes. Y'all need to know who Myron Rolle is, bro. Right. Like that's a perfect example of using your body and choosing to use your mind, bro.
But according to Bama, going to to school to play football and going to school.
Well, he actually
was,
he so happened to play football. He was always
stop it. He was great.
Always a doctor.
Trent, if I'm number uno in the country at a sport, I ain't happen to play nothing. The sport come through me.
Well, I'm saying no, Swiper, but like I said, the conversation, like that's why I said I was agreeing with some of the shit that Ben was saying. I wouldn't. There are some people like the Myron Rose, the Jalen Browns.
But them is one of them. That's why I'm saying to the extreme.
I'm saying like the Myron Rose, the Jalen Browns of the world, where they're going to these schools.
Andrew Luck, Mark Ingram, they actually engineers.
But there are a lot of
look
players.
at Bama backtracking.
There are a lot of
backtracking.
More like back twerking. More like back twerking.
Well, no, but you know this fight. But there are a lot of players who go that are top recruits, but they just doing the bare minimum. So get your degree, and you going to the league. Like,
all right, but look, we giving Jersey shout out. Bama trying to take shots away from Jersey, but shout out to them. Shout out to Myron Rose. Shout out to Saquon. Shout out to Kyrie Irving and all them. J-Rob and D-Mac. And D-Mac, to ask you the question directly. So basically, I was saying, say you draft Mansour, which I think they should. I think he's an upper level prospect. Because you know what, D-Mac, I used to be on the other side of this. I thought the Broncos should have drafted Justin Fields over Surtain. We hadn't had a quarterback in 8 years at that moment. So I was like desperate. I wanted a quarterback more than anything else.
Lost your job, boys out the
but look, I don't think Justin Fields would have been that bad in Denver. But shout out.
I was gonna say there was an infrastructure in place for Justin Fields to actually.
I think he would have been better off in Denver, though.
But that's what I'm saying. I just wanted a quarterback. We passed on Josh Allen out of fear. Literally, John always said they didn't have consensus in the room, so therefore they didn't draft Josh Allen. I was enraged that they did that. I wanted a quarterback, but I think D-Mac is in a similar situation. D-Mac wants offensive help, but I'm also looking at it saying, bro, or what,
an edge
or defensive line, offensive help, defensive line, whatever. If you're telling me you got an all-pro corner, one time he's going to be all-pro in the next 4 years. And he's going to be like in conversation for defensive rookie of the year. Let him in. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, like, I think Mansour could be a great fit. And what I'm saying is, J-Rob, as former corner, is DJ Moore the kind of number one receiver that's going to put fear in your defense, D-Mac? Like, is he the kind of game changer that when you're lining up against, you're saying, damn, I got to deal with Josh and I got to deal with him? Does that change the calculus for how you're defending the Bills?
No, but not. That feels denigrating to him. Like when he's going through the scouting report, it's not necessarily saying, "Hey, this is what we know." Like I put it this way: he's still going to be third behind the running game and Josh Allen. When you're doing the scouting report, we're saying, "Hey, we're starting with Josh Allen, we're starting with the running game, and then we're going to say, hey, how do we deal with the multiple tight end sets and DJ Moore?" So that's the way I view. But that being said, I don't want to make it sound like he's a bad wide receiver. He's a really good wide receiver. I just don't think he's a true number one in the league. That's really all it is. But they don't necessarily need that to, again, be an upgrade from what they had last year.
Yeah, that's true. I think he won, though.
Me personally, I think DJ Moore, I think the style of receiver that DJ Moore is, like, and this is no slight to him, I don't think he's the type of receiver where his game is going to age particularly well because he's a run after the catch type of receiver. He's a guy who want to get the ball in their hands in space. And I think when you look at guys like Devontae Adams, Justin Jeffersons, what's my guy's name out in the Chargers, Keenan Allen's of the world, they're such elite route runners that their game is lasted the test of time. DJ Moore, phenomenal run after the catch receiver, but I'm just not 100% sure if his best football is ahead of him. I'd still consider bringing in another weapon. I think this class of wide receivers is actually pretty damn good. I think there's some real value even in the second round. Like, I think the biggest sleeper in this draft class out of the wide receiver position right now is I think whoever drafts Denzel Boston is getting a stud, and he's not getting, to me, the attention he deserves as like a first-round draft pick, but I think in the second, third round, there's a lot of value there. But in terms of Josh Allen in the Buffalo Bills offense, no matter what, he is a significant upgrade. That's just the truth. When you look at the wide receiver room, I think for a guy like Keon Coleman, who has bared a brunt of a lot of, he didn't do himself any favors with his immaturity, but ultimately, I think having a veteran wide receiver to take off some of that pressure and expectation off of him, because I do think my dog Keon Coleman is a Z receiver slot type of guy. I don't think he is a put him on an island at the X. I don't think he's just that type of receiver, but I still think there's a lot of tools there that you can work with. And when you add DJ Moore to that offense, I think a guy like Keon Coleman acts more like a counterpunch than being the main option that you have with the DJ Moores. What's the other receiver? Shakir. So I think there's a lot to be desired there with that offense. Like I think there's a lot of potential in that. And so, I think it is a good move for them. But I think I would not spend, if I'm them, I don't know if I'm spending a first round draft pick on a receiver, because then I look at some of the holes in their defense. I just think there's other value that they can get out of the first round that I think fills more of a particular need. And I think if they're still looking for a wide receiver weapon, I think they can get great value at their wide receiver position in the second round. I think there's a lot of good guys to look after.
Yeah, they go get another receiver. You heard how they were talking about Keon?
Yeah, it's bad.
I think it was horrible. I actually think the way the owner did him was absolutely. It was Bush League. It gave Jerry Jones a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought it was just completely Bush League. And the fact of the matter is, for him to poo-poo the GM and be like, oh, that wasn't the GM's pick. Well, who submits the slip? At the end of the day, who submits the slip?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just find that to be real bogus. And I think Keon Coleman is not the reason why their season went the way it did. And I think he was just, again, I will say this, and like I said on the platform when it first happened, their season ended because Josh Allen decided to play like a Looney Tune in the biggest game of the season. And that's just a fact. There's nothing around that. We could talk about this and talk about that and talk about this. He played some of the worst football of his career in the biggest moment. And that is why they lost that football game. Because I think we all agree, he have one less turnover, they still might win that football game.
Yeah.
He don't turn over at halftime. That fumble at halftime, that Mickey Mouse turnover at halftime, he doesn't do that, they probably win that football game by like 3 points. I swear. And this is no disrespect to fighting your Broncos. This is just me being objective about that game.
Yeah, it was close enough to say that for sure. I think that an interesting thing for them, we discussed wide receiver and obviously defensive line help, but I think they could also look at corner. I mean, obviously we know, they kind of moved on from Teron Johnson out of the slot. As you mentioned, they brought in Chauncey Gardner. They also, I thought, signed G. Alford, who could play some nickel as well for them. I still think that if they wanted to add another outside corner that kind of pair with Christian Benford and Maxwell Harrison, then it would make a lot of sense. And there's going to be corners in that late first range that I think could make a lot of sense too. Guys like Brandon Cece, Chris Johnson, Colton Hood, they're going to be good DBs to be targeted in that range, in my opinion. So that could also be a place that I could see them going with that first pick.
Well, D-Mac, let me ask you that directly then. So your NFL defense in 2026, what is more important for
defensive line?
You think infrastructure is still
I am always every single time defensive line. You have to be able to affect the quarterback. If you're not affecting the quarterback, there's nothing else you can do. And that extends to the run game too, because if you're getting beat on first and second down, you ain't got a shot. Especially nowadays that teams are going when you're in the 50 plus, they're going for it on fourth down. Yeah. If you're getting beat in the run game, you don't have a shot in hell of stopping the team on 4 downs. So every single time, defensive line, front, that's where I'm going. I can find the DBs to put it together, veterans, young guys in the draft to be able to do it. And we have a kind of a cheat code with Dave Merritt in the way that we develop defensive backs in Kansas City specifically. But that's always where my attention is going to go to. I need guys that can be able to stop the run on first and second down and then be able to defeat blocks on third and fourth.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, actually. I mean, I feel like, listen, you could have the best group of DBs in the league. You have no D-line. They'll be the worst secondary in football. Like they work in tandem. But I will say this, and this unless
it was like a Jalen Ramsey, Pat Surtain.
It gotta be literally guys who can cover. It
gotta be one of them type of DBs.
Or even Derek Stingley. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Derek Stingley be getting worse, bro. He be getting worse sometimes.
But the problem even with having great the problem with even having great DBs is this: even if you do cover for 10 seconds, because of the modern quarterback being as athletic as it is, you can still open up rush lanes, and all of a sudden, all your DBs got their back turned, and he's scrambling for 10 yards. So even then, it's just very. I'm always going.
I do want to throw a name out there because he's not going to get enough conversation, and in my opinion, based off tape alone, to me, he has the best tape of any DB, I think, in this draft. If just being objective, but the problem is he's 5'8".
D'Angelo
Pond out of Indiana has the best tape I think he has the best tape of any corner in this draft. The problem is he's 5'8", 5'9". If he was 6 feet tall, we wouldn't be. I don't think we'd be talking about who CB1 is heading into this draft. And I think for a guy who's 5'8", if you watch his tape against Jeremiah Smith, especially some of those big receivers in the Big Ten, he held his own pretty well. I actually look at him as I think the role that we think Jahdae Barron is going to play for the Broncos, I can see that role for D'Angelo Ponds. And I think he's a little bit more versatile because I do think in certain situations you can put him out as a outside corner. I don't know in the league could he be a 4-down outside corner, but I think in dime nickel packages, he's going to be great there. But this kid is an absolute baller. If I am any team in the NFL and I have a pick in the second, third round, because this is probably where he's going, I wouldn't regret taking a pick on him at 5'8".
So right now, he's just so you know, by the way, he's projected to go to the Packers.
What number?
So that would be 52.
Yeah,
I think that's a good range for him.
That makes sense to me. He's the top. To me, he's a top. He's a top.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you don't think he could be Brent Grimes? Brent Grimes is different, though.
I think he could be Tyrann Mathieu.
Grimes.
I think he could be Tyrann Mathieu.
Brent was different, man.
I agree, but I think he could be Tyrann Mathieu, bro. Like, I think he's that good. You know, sometimes, you got to just believe what you're seeing on tape, and I think sometimes we get so lost in the measurables and do.
You think he's a better football player? Because Tyrann Mathieu was a phenomenal football player.
I think D'Angelo Ponds is a great football player. Like, I think
not just a DB.
Into a defense, he impacts any defense right now immediately. He is just 5'8". But that is something that I still look at him. I think he can cover in the slot. I think he can cover in the slot. I think he can cover the outside. I think he tackles phenomenal for his size. Like, I think he does everything well. And obviously, Tyrann Mathieu is a huge, huge platform for me to put him at. But I just think the upside of what he can be despite his size, I think somebody's getting a home run in terms of like a legitimate plug-and-play DB, and he'll be able to, I think, affect a lot of secondaries in this league. And I think you got to just read the tape. Like, I think Ruben Bain, I think people are overthinking Ruben Bain about these arms. To me, the tape says it all, bro.
He's not an offensive tackle, bro.
That was my other point. He's a D lineman. I think sometimes the tape is telling you what you need to see, and just believe what you're seeing from the tape. Like, I think there's a lot of guys in this draft specifically that we overthinking on, and I think there's some guys in this draft that we underthinking on. Like, Ruben Bain, to me, should be one of the first 3 picks in the draft. No discussion.
No discussion.
No debate. Listen, he is, to me, the best edge rusher in the draft, despite the arms. The bend is elite. The speed is elite. The strength is elite.
Motor, M-O-T-O-R.
And then,
motor.
You know me. I'm a big believer in motor. Yes.
Don't stop.
Just those guys I think will be good. But then, we got those guys that we overthinking. Like, Ty Simpson is not a first-round draft pick. But somebody is going to talk themselves into taking Ty Simpson in the first round. No disrespect, man.
Ty Simpson's not a top 100 player in this draft.
But he's not a top. Thank you. He's not a top 100 player. But you got guys talking about you got to do your due diligence with this kid.
I mean, I don't know.
Like,
top 100.
No disrespect. I just don't see how you could talk yourself and taking it with a first-round pick. Like, I couldn't.
A short, immobile. He's not immobile now.
He ain't mobile.
There's mobile. There's boost mobile. There's boost mobile. There's boost mobile, and then there's the big phones that our pops and them used to have back in the 90s. Like, he ain't one of these phones, but he ain't boost mobile either. He's somewhere in between there.
The only thing is with Ty Bros is just arm strength. That's just a question mark right there, bro.
Okay, you short and you small and not an elite athlete. You can't throw the ball around.
Everything else though, like if we go off the first 7
like
weeks,
AJ McCarron to me.
Like D-Mac we talked about, because D-Mac has a brain unlike you. All right. If we going off the first 7 weeks, because they said the last 5 weeks he was dealing with rib, shoulder injuries. You know what I'm saying? As a Bama
I don't want to
fan,
have a conversation about this, man. It's over.
It's cool.
Most people don't think he's a
saying?
top 100 prospect, but shout out to you, bro. Hey,
I'm not saying, bro, he a first round draft pick. He probably finna be a backup. That's what I told people. I was like, I told Trent them this in the beginning. I said, Ty's gonna ball out in college, have a good year with Bama, and go be a backup in the NFL. I never said
man, we don't want to hear more Ty Simpson allegory of the cave conversation. It's over. Okay, cool, great. We talking about the Bill and good football players is what we're talking about. And speaking of good football, Splash Sports, we're good to you, you're good to us. The NBA is heating up. The playoffs are literally right around the corner. Now is your chance to get on the action. Quick Picks on Splash Sports is the DFS game you've been waiting for. This isn't you for some algorithm or the sportsbook. It's you versus other fans like Bama. Come on now. That's easy money. Sweep 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. Real competition, real skill. The playing field is completely level, which means you get bigger payouts and more ways to win. Just your pick against theirs. Y'all remember, Quick Pick is on Splash and the only DFS game where you're playing against other players and not the house. Splash has the highest multiplier in DFS, up to 50-time multiplier on 6-leg entries. Why would you play anywhere else? You're essentially leaving money on the table anytime you play the other guy's apps. So ready to compete? Use code CHOICE on Splash Sports and get a free $50 deposit when you play your first $5. That's right, a $50 deposit when you play your first $5. Link is in the description. Let's see what you're made of. Also, I know that this is not the panel, but brother and everybody else up here, Jokic is going on a crazy PRA run.
This thing is crazy,
bro. Can you, do not piss me off right now, bro.
Did you put something on it,
bro? I know, but don't start with the Jokic right now. We are not. I don't want to do this.
This is for the Splash segment. Right now, if y'all look at they play Golden State tonight. He's at 50.5 points, rebounds, assists. Everybody on here, he's averaging, I think, like 60 plus over the last 4 or 5 games.
And this will be the game where he go under.
Yeah, it might be. It could be. They're playing the Warriors tonight. It could be. Yeah. If I'm y'all, I'm taking Brandon Podziemski. I'm taking points and rebounds at 21.5. I'm taking Jokic at 50.5 points and rebounds and assists. If I'm y'all, I'm taking Jamal Murray for points and assist. Is at 30.5. I'm taking Jamal Murray for the over in that game. And then on the other side, Santos. If I'm y'all, points and rebounds are 20.5.
I'm taking under on Pods because, bro,
Pods is cooking lately.
And that's the problem. Under. This is the night. This is the night right here, y'all. He gets right back to himself. Pods. Under on that. Under on that Jokic just because he been too hot. Got to cool off eventually. I feel you with the Jamal Murray. I do like that right there. The points and assists.
Christian Brown's at 13.5 points or 14.5 points in rebounds. He's always a good bet for that. That's very easy. So y'all make sure y'all lock in. We obviously have more coming up. The NBA's been cooking lately. But as we get to it, y'all, and we get back to the NFL, shout out to Splash Sports. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all think I'm been kidding. And D-Mac, I have been right about this wherever you went. And J-Rob, I've been right about this as I said it. I think Ruben Bain's going to slip to 9 or right around 9. And I've been telling y'all that for months. Mm-hmm. Y'all, J-Rob, you know how it go. There's football players and then there's athletes. Bain is more of a football player than he is a traditional hardline, combine-proof athlete. He's still a really good athlete. But there's a reason why Reese and them and Styles have jumped him in draft projection. Mm-hmm. I think that Bain is going to end up falling because of them arms, bro. Like, I think it's going to be a miss because people are just going to be like, hey, we're overthinking it. He's not the best athlete in the world. But, bro, like.
He's a good football. But this is where I think we have a problem. And I think this is in sports as a whole is like, and I've talked about this multiple times on this platform. We've had these conversations a few times. Like, Bam, I say this. Like, sometimes athleticism and tape, if they match up or you got to just believe it sometimes. Like, it doesn't, like, I think we get so lost in the word upside and what somebody's going to be that we kind of look past what some certain players have already done, Like, Bama, I called it early on that Anthony Richardson, no matter what, was going to be a top 5 selection, no matter what he did that year at Florida. And I said my reason behind that to you was always the talent, the physical God-given talent is so through the roof that somebody's not going to let him fall because they're going to be banking on what his potential is going to be.
They did kind of overblown that athleticism shit. Like when you go in a sports specific, like you say, J-Rob, if they're a better football player, this is what sport we're playing, football. So you should go to better football player over the guy you think that's more athletic. It's a no-brainer because we're playing football. Like what we showed you on tape, Ruben Bain has showed you. Yeah. He is the best. It's no debate. He is the best football player for us on the defensive end when it comes to stopping the run, stopping the quarterback, getting pressure on the quarterback if he does not stop the quarterback. So it's like, why are we just being over analytical just because I guess that's just the cool thing to do? These measurables, I got to show this to my boss. I just can't go in there and be like, he's the better football player. But it's like, bro, sometimes we just need to get back to the old school, bro. This guy plays better football than him. He's a better football player. You might be the better athlete, but we're playing football. Congratulations.
Think about how many teams are smacking themselves over the head for passing on Aaron Donald because he was too short.
Too short.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you passed on Aaron Donald because he was too short, and he's the best defensive tackle to ever play the game.
James Harris. James Harrison.
That's the thing about it, and I think you can point to 2 examples in this draft. Like a guy like Cassius Howell is somebody at Texas A&M that does have shorter arms, and you say, hey, well, that's a physical limitation. Then you turn on tape and say, okay, how does this affect him? Does he, have limitations as a result of? Well, he doesn't know what he's necessarily doing when he has a pass rush plan. So that's a big issue. The fact that you have a physical limitation and you don't know what you're doing. Whereas Ruben Bain has the physical limitation. You turn the tape on, he's using that to his advantage. He's getting up under tackles when they try and have their hand placement. He's creating leverage. He's creating hump moves based on the fact that he does have shorter arms, but he understands where he needs to place his hands to get blockers off of him. So that's really what the thing about it is. And you talk about D'Angelo Pons as far as that is concerned. Hey, you're a shorter guy. Do you understand that you put yourself in position to still make sure that they can't complete passes? Yes, he absolutely does. Now, look, even a guy that is near and dear to my heart, Trey McDuffie, there are times in which the physical limitations will show up. Yeah, you're going to get beat by certain guys. Like Corliss said, he's going to have your number just because he's a
constantly
big guy.
All the time. I'm talking about ran through. I'm talking about.
Sometimes he does.
I'm talking about, hey, third and 6. Hey, Trent, hand it before the play start. Hands up.
In J-Rod's defense, though, Tyrann Matthew used a lot Courtland Sutton up.
But
that's why they traded him because it was like, we can't do that with him.
This does exist. Corners have their guys, and like the famous one, Darrelle Revis, and couldn't guard Steve Jackson for whatever reason, he just couldn't. But it's, hey, you're even with the physical limitations. Yes, there are going to be some times where it shows up in the NFL, but more often than not, your ability to play football at a high level is going to be the thing that carries you through. And you just see that when you turn on the tape of these guys, even with physical limitations, you see, hey, they know what to do even with that. And that's really the big thing is with it. And Ruben Bain certainly satisfies that because he used it to his advantage as far as
Yeah, and I think too, like I'm about to slight my boy right now. He's about to get mad at me. I think it's this new generation too. You feel me? They are potential merchants out the window. Yeah, look at them. Look at him, chat. Point at him, chat. Point at that man, chat. It's him, chat. Point at him, chat. Him. I love my little brother more than anything in the world. It's my little brother. I love him. But him, I listen to his show. Shout out to the guys on Flag On. But they are very much potential-driven guys, all of them. All of them. And I think sometimes the upside like, for example, no, Trent, this is not you specifically, but this is some of the guys on Flag On because most of y'all are young. For example, they love Justin Herbert because they love the idea of what Justin Herbert is. But Justin Herbert does not get any of the, I need to see better football play out of you. It's always what is not right around Justin Herbert. But they believe in that potential so much that they can't look away from what they think he's going to be. Like they think Josh Allen Part 2 is with Justin Herbert.
No, they think he like John Elway mixed with Tom Brady.
Like no disrespect. He's the only quarterback.
I knew he was going to say that. No, I'm sick of this. Trent. Bye. See you later. Wait, who you laughing to, Art? See you later. Put them teeth away. See you later. See you later. It's my show now. It's me. I'm on the show by myself now.
It's so easy, bro. It's so easy, bro. It's so easy. It's so easy.
But I'm not talking about Trent specifically. I'm just saying some of Trent's adjacents. You know what I'm saying? Some of his peers, things that I've just kind of noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, no disrespect. I just feel like the potential conversation in sports is a little overrated. Like, bro, some of the fastest receivers in the combine suck in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like no disrespect. Like, I'll give you an example.
Darius Hayward Bay, yeah.
I'll give you an example right now. The receiver for the Colts. I mean, for the Chiefs, speedster.
Worthy
ran a 4.2. He don't look 4.2 on football field though. In my opinion,
because he got to run with a caution. J-Rob, he's 160 pounds.
I think it's
the same to me.
J-Rob, I don't even think it's the younger generation's fault. I just think it's just.
No, it's not your fault because scouts that are older than me are doing it.
It's certain players' fault. Like the way God made Josh Allen and coming out of college, bro, he wasn't that good in college, but we all if he hit his potential, boom, and then boom, he hit his potential, and then you see somebody like that, and then later down the line, just people, it's like the Anthony Richardson thing, like dead ass, it didn't matter what he did.
What he did, bro.
Niggas saw him do the fake jump pass versus Utah. You're a top 5 pick, bro. Like that. That's just what it is. He has all the traits and all that shit to where he's gonna be crazy.
The thing that I will push back on slightly here, because I'm kind of in between generations, as far as this is concerned. There is something to be said for falling back too heavily as far as the floor is concerned. And I say that from saying, hey, you're a solid football player in college. Right. So we're going to say that, hey, we project you to be X, Y, and Z in the NFL compared to a guy that's just really good in college and he's one of the best in the nation and knowledge of accordingly. Quarterback kind of skews everything. I would rather take an Anthony Richardson type of prospect than a Mac Jones type of prospect. That's me because I'm chasing that level of upside. Now, of course, that comes with the volatility of saying, hey, if it doesn't work out, then you're going to have to pivot off of it. It's not going to, you're going to pay the price for it, of course. But when you have a guy to the point of, hey, we're comparing Ruben Bain Jr. to Arvell Reese, where Reese is a little bit more of the projection because we haven't seen as many pass rush snaps as he's doing it. And we know how elite of the athleticism that he certainly brings. Ruben Bain, maybe not necessarily to that level, but we have more on tape. There's just a difference when you're saying, hey, we know he is this level of player in college and he is this young to continue to get better on top of that as well. Then it's tough to overcome that as far as I'm concerned, where you're more so projecting with the other guy in that standpoint.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think too, Trent, you made a great point, Trent, too, is and I didn't even think about this because I don't want to say it's a younger generation thing too, because there's scouts, I'm only 29, there's scouts in their 40s who do a lot of things based off potential. So I don't want to just put it to my Gen Z peers and stuff. So let me not do that. I was a little wrong of me. But I will say this too. Trent, I think you hit it on the nose. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson working was a gift and a curse. A gift for the Bills, a gift for the Ravens. But then every other team is trying to find that again to see how they can replicate that situation. But people forget, Josh and Lamar were huge projects. And went to places with
I have a little caveat there. I would say, and actually Truth said at the right time, I would say Josh Allen Mahomes working more so than Josh Allen Lamar, because I think Lamar got pushed down the board for non-Lamar reasons. When I watched Lamar in college.
Oh yes. Now you're talking about language, D-Max.
Lamar in college in that pro system, he, in my opinion, was a very complete quarterback at the position. He understood what he needed to do. Now, don't get me wrong, his rookie year was a little bit slow and it was rough from that perspective, but he was more polished. Whereas I told people Mahomes and Allen needed a lot more.
Salami, eggs, and bacon.
When they first came out, I said, cool. If you want to give Baker the first round pick because he just recently won the Heisman, all right, cool. That's the only quarterback you can really sell me on. The fact that Lamar went 31, 32, I'm like, yeah, bro, y'all bugging. Yeah. Hey, bro, this has been another episode of Out the Mud. Because there's no way you could tell me Lamar from Louisville, all of them quarterbacks was better than him. I told you, I'll give you Baker Mayfield because he won the Heisman, 50 touchdowns.
He was
cool. But no one else. You couldn't tell me no one else.
After, bro, when he dead-legged the entire defensive line 5 yards back and ran for like a 15-yard game, like I don't know how he dropped that far, but it is.
I don't know how he dropped that far. I'm gonna tell you how so real it was, because when Lamar was in college, so was I. We were in the school at the same time. And I remember being we were at the indoor facility watching the highlights from the Syracuse game where he hurdled Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it was real because you know how much or you have to have that show peers. Like, we were all peers at this point in our college careers. That we in awe of him, bro. Like, we are turning on them. I am the same age as you, and I am turning on your highlights, bro, because you are insane. Like, we are watching his highlights, and I'm talking to my coaches like, thank God we don't have to play him this weekend. Thank God we got Temple this weekend and not Louisville. You know what I'm saying? Because he was an absolute freak show. But you know, I think it's hard to like. I think, like, for example, I don't think Jaden Daniels goes number 2 if it's not for Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar, and I'm not saying Jaden Daniels wasn't going to be a first-round pick.
But Lamar, he legitimized his play style.
Yeah, Lamar's play style justified that it works in this league, and we got to stop going back and forth about it. So Jaden Daniels getting drafted 2nd overall, as you can see, his style worked. Now, I don't really like how the Commanders dealt with his health this season. Thought that was a little wonky. But ultimately, you know, I feel like we are in a copycat league a little bit, and I think that also sometimes, because it's a copycat league, I think you kind of get lost in, I guess, the tea leaves when you're looking at certain prospects, because you're looking for an image of something else.
And true, to super chat directly to the point, the chill introvert $5 super chat. The discourse around Lamar is wild. People really didn't even want to say he won the Heisman sometimes. Yeah, people to this day that forget. Well, not on this show. Lamar could have won it twice. He could have won it twice, and I wouldn't have said anything about it. Deshaun Watson's another one who could have won it twice, and I wouldn't have said anything about it.
He could have. He was like the runner for like 3 years in a row. I felt bad.
I'm still mad at that wide receiver for not diving for that first down against Clemson in the Louisville thing.
Yeah,
I'm still mad at Quick to this day. To this day, I'm still mad at Quick.
Lamar low-key was mad because Lamar could have ran that, and I ain't gonna put it all on Quick, but Lamar, I know what Lamar was thinking. He was like, bro, I just could have ran that shit, bro. If he was gonna do that, bro. Like,
you gonna do that, bro.
If you go do that, bro, I could have ran that shit, man. Because Lamar had a wide open lane, bro. And Quick.
Wait, what was the 15-year D-Mac that we talked about this before? So Trent, J-Rob, Bama, D-Mac, when Christian McCaffrey broke the all-purpose yards record at Stanford. What year was that? 15 or 16?
15. That's the year Derrick Henry had like 28 touchdowns.
Bro, that was a crazy, to this day, one of the most indomitable Heisman seasons of all time. I can't believe CMC didn't win. That's how good he was. Well, because remember, CMC broke Barry's record.
Yeah, he broke the all-purpose record, but you got to think, bro. Like, it's not like conference play always matters. When you're running for 2,200 yards and 28 touchdowns in the SEC.
No, I hear you. No, but I think at the time, and again, I know this is not an age thing. I'm saying this is to what he's talking about. I was 24. Well, I was 24, 25 when this happened. I just got done. I was at Baylor. Damn. I was at Baylor when we were number 2 in the country.
God damn.
And so, bro, I mean,
I was just entering college. I didn't know you was that old, Swipe.
35, bro.
You're 35.
Wasn't nobody gonna win it over Derrick Henry, bro.
Yeah,
but see, I thought
we gave him the ball 50 times versus LSU, bro. I don't think y'all understand. We was going
to beat him, bro. But Christian was going to die
before we lost to LSU.
It's not a
he was going to die.
No, it's not a diss at all. I'm just saying that's how good the year was.
Yeah, it was a crazy year. It's the same year.
I'm sorry, bro.
Like
the year
Melvin Gordon.
That's what Big Saban said. Boy, you're gonna die.
The year Melvin Gordon ran for like 2,600, 25. Bro, nigga, Marcus Mariota's over there, Oregon, bugging over there doing that.
Marcus Mariota was going crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. Marcus Mariota was the one that I really thought he wasn't going to bust in the league. Bro.
Me too. I
just think he was a little bit before his time too.
Me too. Me too. That part too.
Don't help when you go to Tennessee either.
Wait, so
he did have Derrick Henry.
In 15, what was the top three in Heisman? Who was the third one?
It was Derrick Henry, CMC, and Deshaun.
Deshaun, bro.
Deshaun. That's what I'm saying. Deshaun 3 years in a row. He became. I think he was a runner.
What did Deshaun? What that wasn't the championship year. That was
the next year. The next year when Clemson won, it was Lamar, Deshaun, and I forgot the third. Something like that.
Bro, and then to your Melvin Gordon point, remember what was so dumb? This is why records are stupid. Because D-Mac, you remember this too. Melvin Gordon set the NCAA record, right? The next week, Samaje Perine for Oklahoma.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, no way.
What? It was like 522.
Because I think he did it versus Nebraska. I think Melvin ran for like 400. And then
Melvin ran for like 428.
The next week, I think Samaje ran for like 420 or something. It was some wild shit. Samaje
I thought he ran for like
I was pissed.
Because
I thought Melvin was like the running back one easy.
27.
I'll say this though. 2015, 2016, Touch My Body was really the best kept secret in the league because in college, bro, Touch My Body was bugging, bro. He was wilding for 2015, 2016. It just each year
somebody national championship defense up for 1,000 yards total.
Hit him,
I don't think people understand.
That's my body. Who am I missing?
Those defenses, the whole Bama, you know that's your school.
Yeah,
both them teams.
I was trying to figure out who he was talking about.
Had first round defenses, bro.
First round secondary.
2016.
Nobody was giving them
when I saw him walk down Bama, bro. When I saw him walk down Bama, I was like, "There's nothing I need to see about him. I know
he was giving Touch My Body was giving Bama everything.
Y'all gotta watch the Lord player's choice, man. Don't go back to the gridiron days, man. Come on, man. You gotta know the Lord, man.
I know the Lord.
You gotta know the Lord.
You know the
Lord. Hey, no, Don. I was trying to make a Mariah Carey reference in my head. I'm like, who could that have been?
You can use that song though, but you know who it go for. Like that's his. You know how in wrestling they got intro musics. That would be his intro song.
Touch my body when you on the floor.
Listen, Touch My Body 2015, 2016. Touch My Body was a movie, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Touch My Body.
The bad foreshadowing when he put out that video of him in the house with that maid, man.
Oh man. It's like, bro, come on, King.
Listen, wait, who was he in there with? He was in
there with Mia Khalifa getting dunked on. I already knew Touch My Body, man. He was
bro, and shout out to her, but hey, super deep cut side note, super deep cut side note. J-Rob, we eat two peas in a pod, bro. So I remember when girl, not gonna say her name, not my business, was with DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about maybe 2 months later. Deshaun pulled up like they was just in a whole relationship for like 2 years.
Listen, Touch My Body don't play around, man.
And then he pulled up. I said, J-Rob. It was a very well-known relationship.
It was.
2 months later, I'm like, does she just stay in Texas? She just transferred there.
It's something about them Clemson QBs, man. Because that boy Taj Boyd wasn't playing either.
We had the interview.
Oh my God! We had the interview. The Taj Boyd.
Yeah, I'm studying for an exam.
Listen, you see why Dabo Sweeney's so holy, man. He be bringing in them heathens.
He bringing the freaks, man. He bringing the freakazoids.
Pray over them boys.
Bro, J-Rob, that's it. We had the same thing though. I used to have him in the door helping with the math homework, bro. Like that's regular, bro.
He had 2 of them right behind him in the interview. Anatomy, maybe anatomy.
And by the way, I want to say y'all in the chat playing. I had 2 cheerleaders. Very nice of them. Helped me with my statistics homework as a freshman because I was struggling, and I got an 80. I remember I got an 83% on that homework because they helped me. So shout out to them, bro.
I had some help in school too. Listen, man. Listen, there's pros to being a Division I athlete, man. You feel me? Don't be mad at. Don't hate us. Hate the game, baby. It is what it is. You feel me? That
Yeah,
boy.
shout out Harrison Durham, bro.
He be having to get his quarterbacks baptized before he go play.
Bro, no, remember? I don't want to get on Dabo because Dabo, I was on Dabo with that. Once that y'all know what I'm talking about. Once that 2016 era Dabo started hitting, I said, I'm good on Dabo because Dabo started doing that like,
Dabo funny, bro. No, you know what make me know what's the funniest thing too about Dabo? I'm sorry, y'all, but now to be honest, Dabo thought God was going to help him beat the transfer portal.
Yeah, Dabo is tripping, bro.
That's why I be calling him a fraud, bro. That should be getting me.
Yo, Dabo went to that podium and started playing the guy about the portal. God said, "I made the portal. This for everybody."
He's over like Dabo.
He barely used the portal, thinking he's still gonna be that top team. No, man. New era.
Bro, wait, hold on. Somebody mentioned it. Bro, what's the Oklahoma State's head coach name?
Oh my God.
Oh, I know who you talking about.
You talking about the old one?
Mike Gundy.
Remember when he pulled up in that shirt? He had the what was that?
It was there like a MAGA shirt almost.
No, but no, it wasn't no MAGA. What?
No, it wasn't no MAGA shirt, but it might.
What did it say? It wasn't Breitbart. It was Trent, bro. You know what I'm talking about, bro. It was
he didn't like the NIL.
No, it was the QAnon. Oh no, QAnon. It was a QAnon shirt. I said, no, bro. When you find out one of these coaches ain't really for you, bro, I'm talking about rip your heart out.
Yo, that's how I thought about Bruce Pearl. I thought Bruce Pearl was a good one. Then Bruce Pearl. Interviews. Then I found out what he was standing on. I said, Bruce Pearl.
That whole era was exposed a lot of people, bro, including that Baylor. But shout out to us,
you see how Lane Kiffin backtracking. You know, he started booty shaking once they got. He better stop playing. He ain't gonna be. He better get back to doing all of this and all of that. all the politics. Lane, that's not your lane, Lane. Stay out of that.
And I will tell y'all, last tidbit, bro. But D-Mac, people can clap. Oklahoma State was a monster to play at, bro. That they were a horrible place to play. Oklahoma State has their stadium. The walls are right next to the sideline. Literally, I'm talking about from the sideline. Like the white to the wall is like 15 feet. So literally, you're talking when you get there, you turn around, you can literally see the whites of the people's eyes in the stands sitting on the bench. It is too close, way too close, bro. Shout out to OK State though.
That's what the Gators do to their visitor side. They put them super close to the fans. It's like 3 yards away, something like that.
But they read your name. They used to read my name tag, like my nameplate, pull up their Google and start like just saying stuff to me. My Facebook at the time.
Boston colleges like that too, but they suck. So you feel me? Nobody really listening to a Boston College fans.
Shout out Luke Kuechly.
Yo, imagine Boston College fans used to have clubs we used to look and then turn back around.
I think it's a few schools though. I'll probably say Oklahoma need to fix that stone right there in the end zone. They need to move that shit. Oklahoma is another university that got that dumb shit right there. To where I know one player knocked himself out, and then there was one game where dude almost slid, but he stopped. Like I'm like, bro, he really could have blew his ACL out. What is a random stone wall doing right here on the football field?
Football fields are weird, bro. Like everybody has their own.
Do y'all feel the same way about? Sorry, my bad. Do y'all feel the same way about the hedges in Athens?
Nah,
Georgia.
I like the
hedges. I ain't gonna lie.
I like it. I like the way it looks. I'm just asking if you feel like because they're too close.
Nah, the hedges is lit because you do something lit, I'll jump in the hedges, like or
just pushing somebody in the hedges after he scored, just push his ass into that.
Did you see? I know this is kind of off topic, but did y'all see that Mel Kiper pretty much told Phil Yates, "Don't play with my quarterback"?
I did see that.
Wait, what happened?
So Phil Yates said that the Browns need to do their homework on Todd Simpson. Mel Kiper said, "No, they don't." I appreciate Mel Kiper. He be wrong sometimes, but his luck. I ain't never seen a scout or an analyst go to war over a prospect like Mel Kiper goes to war over Deion Sanders to this day. to this day.
I ain't gonna lie. That boy was so defeated when he got drafted in the 5th round. He said, "Yeah, folks, I've been doing this over 40 years. I've been covering this game. I've never been this wrong about an athlete. I really don't know what to say.
He was sick.
All my research. I've just been covering so many quarterbacks." He went down the list. Like, I've been covering so many players. Like, I just didn't know. This is atrocity. Like, he was sick, bro. You would think like he was Mel Kiper Sanders. Like, you would thought he was in the family, bro. He was so sick.
You would have thought he was on vacation with Deion and Carucci, bro.
Bro, he probably had a Betty and like, I know he gonna go 2nd round. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But I respect.
But he was right though. 5th round was crazy, bro. Nobody.
It is. We know it's politics. We know it's more than just football.
But remember, my favorite Mel Kiper clip is still the original, bro. D-Mac, when the Vikings person GM was like, "Who is Mel Kiper? Like, who does he think he is?" Blah blah blah. And he cooked him, like straight cooked him, bro.
Yeah, he did. He's like, y'all, because Colts were bad at the time.
Yeah,
he was rocking them boys. He was walking them down, dog.
Yeah.
Roasted him alive. That was hilarious, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, real, like Mel Kiper, bro, legend in the game. He definitely been wrong about some guys. But
I respect Mel though.
He ain't wrong about Shador. Matter of fact, where my jersey at? I
need to get a Shador jersey too, man.
Yeah, I don't want no brown jersey in my house. Respectfully, them things is trash, bro. Them brown jerseys are horrible, bro. They're so ugly,
bro. I got a Amari Cooper jersey. Actually,
okay, that's your fault. Yeah, I'm not hurt. A mud orange.
Smooth, bro.
There's no aura about that jersey, bro.
Swipe it. If you see it in person, though, like, it's smooth, bro.
I don't ever wear those colors.
I'm talking about like the authentic one, the stitched on.
When's the last time you wore dark orange, like mahogany, brown and orange?
Yo, I could put that shit on though. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna make that shit.
I'm telling you, bro, you can put it on with the brown.
I look at wearing a Shador Sanders jersey. I feel like I'm having the same impact when I wear a Shador Sanders jersey that when I used to wear my Colin Kaepernick jersey. How I felt. You feel me?
No.
Yes.
No.
It's a statement. Black power.
Yeah, it is a statement. I'd rather do this.
When I'm
Colin Kaepernick jersey is cold.
Black power.
But the black Colin Kaepernick jersey was still colder. MB3402012 $5 super chat. Bama, it's almost OTAs. You still got NFL potential. Make it happen, young bull. We need that 4-5-40 and 4
you missed a crazy episode.
Crazy episode, bro.
What did I miss? Explain. Tell me what I missed.
Go ahead, no. I'm just keeping because this for the super.
Look at that.
I'm gonna drop him to the back while you.
He said in his prime, he said that he can because he came out of high school running a 4.79. He said in a year he can cut his 40 time to 4.4. So
he was rich. If he had money.
Wait. He said that about himself.
He said if he had money, he would have walked on. He would have paid to walk on at 2009-11 Alabama. He would have paid to walk on. He would have played slot receiver at Alabama.
He said he would have went from a 4.79 to a 4.2.
No. So look,
J-Rob right here.
This is where the
J-Rob right here. This chat right here is a quick summary.
No, this is where the disconnect is happening. So look, if we was like I show speed, right? We was like I show speed because they was up here saying everybody play football for the money. I said if I had the money, I would have went to Alabama and I would have trained to play slot receiver at Alabama. So what Trent did, he can't concept besides what I look like right now. So Trent's thinking that, oh, he's going to go from playing fullback to whatever. No, I'm telling you, if I have millions of dollars, I'm going to train to be a slot receiver. Like it's no go from, because you remember we did this from streaming right now. I'm not playing football. Okay, so if we talking about going to play football and I had to make a life from streaming first, if I would have went back, I would have did a track regiment for a year or however long it took, and then went to go play slot receiver at Alabama.
How much did you weigh coming out of high school?
let me just say something to him though. Bro, if you was a 4.7 guy, the most your shit could have went up to, no disrespect, would have been like 4.5, 4 and low 4.5, like 4.58, 4.59. And I'm saying this to you because I was all county in track. I was all state in the 400. I came into UConn. I ran a 4.58. When I did a year of training, after a year of training, Swipe, this is just 1 year in the program. My 40 only went from 4.58 to 4.53. So to go from 4.7 to 4.3, boy, is out the mud.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, I'm 5'6" though. Because look, it's a science. But what I'm saying is the torque somebody 6'3" has to generate is way different for somebody that. How
much did you wake
5'6"? 5'6", but Trent, that won't matter. It
no,
matter.
Wait, shaving on 0.4
because if you look at all the track runners, the shorter guys in track, right? Johan Blake, he has a faster get off than Usain Bolt because of how short he is. He can generate a lot of torque straight off the muscle, right? Where Usain Bolt gets everybody is the drive phase. You see what I'm saying? But if we talking about just training, I don't even have to run a 4.3, 4.4 for sure. 4.4 for sure. 4.4 with hands.
4.7. You're not, bro. You would have said 4.5. I'd be like, yeah, low 4.5 makes sense.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but
even 4.5 though. I
think you underestimated how hard it is to shave milliseconds off of time.
But look, this is what I'm saying, J-Rock. Regardless of whatever time they talking about, I would have played at Alabama and I would have got burned.
No, you would not.
Burn. Yeah,
you're a 5'6" slot receiver. You're not getting.
Yeah, I would have got burned, bro.
What do you mean? You would have got burned, bro? You wouldn't have been doing nothing but
turf
passing water bottles around.
Let me ask you this, bro.
Man, what is wrong with you?
Let me ask you this. You think Tusi gonna play at LSU? You think he gonna get a level of tick? No, wait, Trey, I got it. He gonna get some tick.
I've been watching him, bro. Like he actually
is he gonna get some pick? Yes or no?
I don't know, bro. Because it depend on if they just like trying to hold him, bro. Like
hold him.
He don't. What I'm saying is because look how y'all acting though. But from what I've seen, I've been watching him. He hasn't been. He been taking that shit.
Hey, Tusi, send your ass to scout team. You heard?
If Tusi,
your favorite song.
The only time Tusi would even, like nigga, we don't even know that nigga Tusi gonna travel.
So this is what I'm saying. The
only burn Bama would have got is the calorie burn standing on the sideline during the kickoff, waving his towel when the strength coach is getting everybody hyped. That's it.
Next time we see each other in person. If I go 5 for 5 on all of y'all, will y'all apologize about what y'all talking about?
5 for 5 on what? On what?
One-on-one.
What do you mean one-on-one? What do you mean one-on-one?
Guard me, Jordan.
Why would I do that?
Because you play linebacker and you don't think.
But why do I need to prove I was a better athlete than you back then? I don't need to do that.
But you won't. You can't.
What do you mean you can't? Bama.
That's false, Swiper. Like that's what I'm trying. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand, Swipe. Right? Okay. Maybe what you're thinking.
If this is what I look like, no, J-Rob, let's do the math. If this is what I look like now, imagine me at 22 years old, dog. Imagine me at 22 years old, what I look like.
Imagine me not giving a fuck.
Hey, I want y'all to know, chat, I am not scared of guarding Bama.
Nobody is. Nobody is. Bama wouldn't need Bama. I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen a lot of players. I've seen a lot of players in my life. I'm sorry, Bama. You just wouldn't have been one of the ones in high school I was concerned with. Respect.
Chat,
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I swear to God, Chat.
Why are we swearing to the Lord? Why are we swearing to the Lord?
I put this.
Lord, please don't listen to him. No, don't put nothing on your soul over a game, over a sport.
One-on-one where he has.
All right. No, we're muting. I'm muting. Intervention. The Lord does not care about our sports to this degree for anybody to be putting their soul or their spirituality or their faith or their opportunity to be in heaven. We don't care about none of that. No, you can't put it on. Don't take it back. Take it back.
Relax. I just want you to understand, Swiper, how much better of an athlete I think I am than you, my boy. I don't care about Trent. I don't care about J-Rob. This is about me and you. I'm trying to tell you that if we line it up, we could be 40, we could be 20, we could be 2. I promise you, Swiper, on my soul, bro, on my daddy's grave, I will go 10 for 10. I'm trying to be respectful, bro.
Like, you go what? You go what?
I swear to God, on my soul, I will go 10 for 10 on you, bro. If we talking about running routes, bro, if it's a good ball, I'm talking about a nigga can get the ball to me, Swiper, I will run all 10 fades. I will run all 10. I will tell you the route before I run it, Swiper. This is what I said. This is what we can do, all right? Because the show is going to go away, but by the time it comes back again, and this is what we need from y'all. We need y'all to start telling people to tell people, bro. We finna have our own channel. We finna do it big, bro. I'm going to tell y'all, bro, our very first PC weekend for this football, Swiper will have to see me in one-on-ones in football. And I'm going to make you look worse than how Ron made you look one-on-one out there at Caitlin Clark house. When you challenge him to one-on-one in basketball, Ron has never made me look how he made you look out there in one-on-one in basketball. And Ron will tell you that.
Look, Bama, I got even something better for you. Look, Bama.
This is what I'm trying to explain to everybody. Even though I play fullback, right? When it comes to basketball, I play point guard. I can pass the ball, I can shoot. So that should tell you my athleticism, right? So, Swiper, when it comes to one-on-ones in this football, bro, I promise, once we do this PC weekend, if I don't go 10 for 10, I'll give you a ban. Right?
Hey, look. How about this? I got one better for you.
I got no bullshit.
Look.
No bullshit.
If you don't go,
Fam, I got one better for you. Look. I'm gonna do you one better, bro.
Oh my lord, bro!
I'm gonna fly out J-Dub,
Swiper, bro.
and I'm gonna have you do 10.
I'm gonna entertain J-Rob because he actually played DB, but that big back linebacker, them niggas that be in the box all game, bro. I swear to God, on my grade, 5'6", I could be 4'6".
Listen, don't worry, bro.
He's a linebacker, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yo, look. I'm gonna do
Dookie Cheddar.
Listen, don't worry, bro. Bama, don't worry about him. Bama, don't worry about him.
I be trying to hold it in, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all can like just take the jab.
I'm not gonna lie, Bama.
Y'all don't know the level of athlete I was, bro.
All right, so Bama, don't do a ban. If let's just say hypothetically this ever happens, and Swiper get one win, you gotta shave your whole beard off.
I'll cut my beard off.
Yo, Bama, look. How about this? Bama, look. Fuck that. You know who I want to see?
Oh my God, bro.
I'm gonna pull a PC.
Crazy, bro.
I'm gonna pull a PC.
That's how far out of fail, bro. Where niggas like Swiper think they can. Bro, this is what I'm just.
Bama, look. For our PC,
and my own teammates be laughing at these niggas, chat. They be laughing. They be like, bro, why you be letting them bums talk to you like that? I be like, bro, this is just where we came, bro. This has been out the mud, bro. That's why I be trying to tell folks. I be like, bro, I wish.
I really don't know what to say. I don't have to speak for myself at all. The film says it all. I don't know.
Don't trip. Bama looks. Don't
literally. D-back, just all I do is pull off my wall. And it's just go. Just that's it.
I got awards. This is why we want to fucking grab that ball.
I'm talking just straight college football. Just straight college football.
I got awards too.
That's cool. Yeah, at community, in community college, I agree. That's cool. That's cool. I'm with you, Bama. I'm with you. You sent your grainy film into the press box chat. I'm just telling you, that's cool. Now I don't have to boost mine though. Like because Bama
putting linebackers on the keister. That's what you saw.
You saw, but I'm Bama. Why are you debating with someone who's clearly a superior football player to you? I don't know why you had to do that. I don't play football anymore. I am full retired. I'm full retired.
You better show me.
I'm full retired. I don't play football anymore. I don't play football anymore. I don't own cleats. I don't play football anymore. I don't do any of that stuff. I do not play football.
I still got my strap, nigga.
I'm full retired.
A Power Ranger. I still got my morpher, nigga. If it need time when niggas get to talking like this,
I'm good,
Bama, bro. Bama, look, this is what I'm gonna do.
But you know what's crazy, J-Rob? J-Rob, you know what's crazy?
Talk shit,
I have played against and spoken directly to Le'Veon, and Le'Veon has not even talked like this. I just want you to know that. Like I have literally played versus Le'Veon. He's never spoken like this. So I'm just telling you, I hear what he's saying. But respectfully, Bama, I will let you do what you got to do. If you feel like you need to win that, I will concede that matchup to you right now, bro.
I don't want to, Bama. I don't want to see that matchup. Know what I'm gonna do?
I cut my beard off, bro. I cut my eyebrows too. I cut my beard and eyebrows. Beard, mustache, eyebrows. I'll come out that they look like Charlie.
Yo, eyebrows is crazy. Bama, look, this is what we're gonna do though. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna fly out. Listen, I'm gonna pull a PC. We're gonna go have a PC football weekend. I'm going to pull a Ron and JD. I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to fly out J-Dub. And then you and J-Dub going to get 10 reps. And we're going to see what happens.
Yeah, handle Dub. Yeah, go to that. Go to that route, bro.
Based on that 10 reps.
Swiper.
The new host.
No, I'm out. I'm not in. You win. Bama, you win.
Chat. I'm going to tell Swiper to ride him run.
No, I'm not playing. Bama, you win.
I'm gonna run a fade first play, and I'm
J-Rob, he wins. He won. I quit. He won. I quit.
I promise I am. That's gonna be the first play. I'm gonna Lamar Peters this nigga. I'm gonna tell him the whole script. The next round I'm gonna give you, Swiper, is gonna be a stop and go comeback. You're going to go on the swipe and go, and then when I do the comeback, you just go keep running.
Why am I getting classified as a bad athlete who can't read routes? What did I do to deserve that?
I'm gonna hit you with a dominant
to deserve that.
Stop and go.
Facts. Swing.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna lie. Swiper, he is.
I have no idea why.
Bama's telling you to come be a fucking man.
I hear you.
I'm telling you to be a man because this is what
Trent, why am I the target? I had the best career on anybody on Player's Choice. Why am I the target? What did I do? Me or J-Rob? I'm saying, but why am I the target? I don't know what you did, J-Rob. I'm not like this, whatever. I'm just saying in general.
You probably definitely have more talent.
I just say collegiate. That's it. Just collegiate. But I don't know. Again, it's not a brag. Why am I the target? There's so many other people on the channel.
I overcame politics.
We was in that shit though.
What are you talking about?
You was full. Wait, was you full Scally? You was full Scally, right?
Yeah, bro. I overcame and got a full Scally when the JUCO coach didn't even like me.
You full Scally swipe?
Of course.
I had to ask. I was full Scally. I had to ask.
No, I hear you. I'm not, but I don't know why I'm the target. I have no idea what I've done unless maybe because I play linebacker. That's it. Because I play linebacker. That's what it must be. That has to be what it is.
I will say this though. I did play FBS though.
No, for sure. No, there's a difference. There's a gap. But like production. You got to play. Like I played against Michigan State. I played against Kansas. I played against Colorado State and Utah. And I dominated. I played well in all those games. So like, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I'm playing against niggas that went all to them schools.
No, but that's cool. But that's cool. But Bama, I don't know why you feel the need to compare yourself to me. Why am I the target?
Because
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Like, oh, you played in this league, bro. Let's just be honest, bro.
Trent, he played fullback. Any of us are going at him because he played fullback. He just played fullback. That's it.
But what I'm trying to tell you, the scheme in which I played fullback, bro, you will be fooled.
I just played fullback. Like that's all Bama has to say. I played fullback. That's it.
I mean, it will be.
But Bama, did you play wide receiver in high school?
No, he
did not. He did not.
We played the spread. The D2 I went to, we played spread, bro.
Oh, I don't know. What does that got to do with? I don't. Cool.
Where I'm talking about spread to where we're lined up 5 wide every time, no matter what personnel is in. We'll probably motion to a run formation, but we ran spread the whole game, no huddle. Okay, so that should tell you I can catch the rock, I can come out the backfield.
What does that got to do with me?
All of that, because you're going to be fooled. You're going to be fooled.
When did this beef start? This ball head
because Swiper would just be trying to throw a little slick shot.
I didn't even say anything today.
Look, these niggas said I'll go out there and be a water boy. Listen here.
I didn't even say anything today.
That shit is crazy, man.
You be the water boy.
On Alabama specifically was what was said.
Because this is crazy.
And then they got turned into me.
Wait, Bama, you think? No, give it a buck, Bama. You think you would have really played that slot receiver?
Man, yes, bro. Man, I played fullback my whole career, bro.
Yo,
that's
your whole career.
Like crazy. That's crazy within itself, right there.
Because that's the only way to succeed in life. You gotta be
delusional. No, it's not even that though. But do you know how much delusion you gotta have to be a 5'6" fullback?
But what does that got to do with me? Why am I a part of that?
Because
that's your own self belief. I had self belief too.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
But I'm not saying I'm better than you. I don't need to compare myself.
I'm not even just tripping off of that. But we just gotta show it sometimes.
No, but I don't need to show it. It's where I haven't touched a football field as a player.
Scared, bro.
I am. You know why? I haven't touched a football field since
2012. If a nigga that has a potential to be a water boy is challenging me, I'm just gonna go and lock that up.
I don't have pride like that though. Like
I'm just saying, I'm gonna go and lock that shit up real quick. Like, bro, go and put.
I haven't played football in 14 years. Why would I play again now?
Because you going against a water boy. It should be easy, right?
No, I don't play around with rec. I'm good. I have no need to prove myself in football. It's so over. It is so over. It's so over. We said you ain't playing slot at Alabama and you not getting burned at Alabama. That's a consensus.
Ben, would you got burned at Jackson State when Deion was there? Would you got burned there?
Oh yeah, probably so.
Slot receiver burn though, not fullback burn. I'm talking about slot.
That's at a D. By the way, that's at a D2, which is HBCU. So like,
no, are you saying
they're one AA now? They're one AA now. Yeah.
Yeah, they're one AA.
They've been one AA.
They've been one AA. I'm just asking.
They was D2 when Sweetness was there though.
I'm just asking, but I don't know, Bama. 10 reps against Swiper. That's good. That's good.
Why am I? But Bama, what is the inclination that I'm like?
The first three will get us 100K. Will get us 100K views. I'm trying.
I don't want to do. I don't want to lock up and.
I'm trying to tell you,
your knees are hurt.
Once I turn around and catch the fade with my inside hand, one hand on him like that, bro. Listen here, Tiana Trump and all of them start watching from that part. They're like, "Whoa, that was crazy." Once I give you the stop and go comeback, and you keep going after the route, I'm walking you down the script, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's when shit. Deshaun Watson
he got me crying today, bro. He's
destroying is going to come once I give him the diamond release slant. Oh yeah, bro. This is. But
I'm trying. I guess I'm trying to understand though. If I was already a very good coverage linebacker years ago when I played, why am I the target? Why am I the target? That's what I did. I don't know why I'm the target. I really don't know why I'm the target. I don't know why I'm the target. I don't know what I did to deserve this. I don't know what I did to deserve this.
You should supposed to pick a real one like Ruby Rose or something.
I don't be knowing. I don't care. I just picked the first. You better go. I'll just pick the first name. I don't care, man.
J-Rob, wait, how many games did you play in college, J-Rob?
Like total?
Yeah.
How many games I appeared in?
Yeah, how many games you playing?
Maybe 30 plus.
Okay, but J-Rob is right there. Go after J-Rob. He's right there.
I entertain J-Rob.
All they do is
entertain J-Rob.
But I'm trying to understand. J-Rob is specifically a DB. Like he's a DB.
Swiper. The problem is I don't want my boy looking like Caillou because he got to shave everything. So it's better off doing the 10 with you.
No, it's not.
Caillou, J-Rob. J-Rob. I'm winning 6'4". I'm winning you 6'4", J-Rob. I got more respect for you, J-Rob.
Bama gonna come back and look like
I'm winning J-Rob for you 6'4".
He couldn't even do that.
6'4", J-Rob.
Listen. Bama is 5'5". I'm 6'3". All I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be driving this motherfucker like a stick shit like this.
No, J-Rob. No, J-Rob.
No, Bama, I ain't going front. You gonna put your morph on, put your cleats on. I'm gonna guard you in the Crocs, my nigga. For real. Swear to God.
Bet.
I still don't get it. I still don't get it.
Sport mode.
Are you putting him in sport mode or you leaving him out?
Oh, Anna got it. He's using prison tactics. Find the biggest dude and challenge him. Okay. All right, cool.
He's using prison.
I'm trying to make himself look bit. All right, bro.
No, there is no look better. Bama, if I started listing all the things that I accomplished in college, like that wouldn't help you at all.
I don't care. That's
the problem, though.
I'm talking about me and you going right now, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, but Bama, like at this point, I'm like, Bama, you wouldn't be playing on any of the teams I played against.
This is why I said the shit is crazy because on the arena team I played on, bro, Dwayne Brown played on it. That nigga went
on the what team? On the what team?
Arena football team I played on.
Why are we talking about arena? Cool.
It don't matter what you did in college, my nigga. It don't matter.
Techno football in arena league,
brother. But at some level, if you're playing
top level football, like notable names, they play.
Okay, but Bama, like it's arena football. You don't think we could have played arena if we would have tried to play arena?
I played arena, bro.
Like, who cares, bro? I went to college. I went to grad school. I was done. I was done with football. It was over. That time in my life is over. It's done.
Yeah, I ain't going front. I ain't going front. Me and Swiper both could have made
easy. Like that wouldn't even have been a discussion. Like it's not no diss to them.
I don't know.
It's not no diss to them. It's just not an interest for me to play for no money, no medical insurance, and then if I get hurt, it's over. I'm good. I'm so straight. I don't want to do that. I'm good. There's no reason to do it.
That Kurt Warner story is a 101, my nigga.
101, bro. Not gonna be my story, bro. Not gonna be my story.
It was some fire athletes out there.
Shout out to them. But some of us decided to go a different route, and I just don't know what to tell you. Like it just doesn't mean. I just don't know why I'm the target when I.
Okay. So if I'm being honest,
go ahead, Trent.
If I'm being honest, Swiper, the reason why,
today I didn't even do anything today.
I know, but it's just like a feel me, like it's like a lore. You be throwing them shots at Bama, 5'6", 4.
I didn't even say that. He said he's playing slot at Alabama, and everybody disagreed, and then it turned into me. Everybody disagreed with him playing slot Bama. I think you're crazy if you think you're getting burned in Alabama in 2011.
Bama, what you doing with Trent though? What you gonna do with Trent?
He's D lineman, so he's gonna say he's not gonna do anything but pop him. That's what he's gonna say. He's not gonna do anything but pop him.
Look at the screen like that.
He said he's not gonna do nothing but pop him. He's playing D line. He's playing D line.
Trent had the most offers out of all of us.
Yeah, come on, bro.
This is what I'm saying. It's about who can guard.
Trent had SEC offers.
Guard you.
Guard me. I played.
So wait, you can, but you played fullback, so you be able to run through Trent then.
Trent played tight end.
But if Trent had his hand in the dirt, you're saying you could run through him.
Why are you trying to get Trent barbecue with you? This your grill.
This beef. I didn't know.
It's not a beef. This is a one-sided beef. This is a one-sided beef.
J-Rock, I'm trying to tell you, J-Rock, you won't be able to guard me either, bro.
This is a one-sided beef, dog. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Listen, bro, Bama, you chill out. Bama, you chill out.
Bama, you got Napoleon complex. That is true. You do. You got Napoleon complex.
I don't have Napoleon complex.
Bama,
what do you think this is?
Listen, Bama.
I didn't.
What would you call this?
What I'm trying to tell people, I think it's people that don't know me or have seen me play, and they have me slightly fucked up. So
what does that got to do with this group of this group?
With you, just so you know.
I'm not talking about Oklahoma. I don't
not
care
doing Oklahoma's, bro.
I'm talking about catching the ball. That's what I'm trying to tell people. I'm just talking about catching the ball, bro. Running routes. This is what I do. This is what we do. My friend group of people. Once we talk shit,
Bama. Running routes is what you do.
Yes, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell people. The friend group, what I grew up in.
Wait, matter of fact, hold on. MB started this. I didn't start this. MB Junior, y'all right. He brought this up. And then now
wait, hold on. Time out. You said you would jump 40 inches too?
No.
Oh,
I said they was gagging. They was gagging.
And by the way, Bama, and just so y'all know, Bama asked me to bring this super chat up. He asked me to bring it up. I didn't start this. This is Bama starting a fight with himself.
Not gonna lie. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. Drink more water. That's Cap. The best athlete up here is me for sure.
I don't know. Taking myself.
And we're not talking about just football. We talking about full career. Like between my track career, football, I'm taking me all day. I had D1 offers in 2 sports, bro. Sorry, I got to take me. I got to.
I can respect that.
I got to. Like y'all suck at baseball though. Besides D-Mac.
Like I was literally picking between.
I always judge you niggas how really you have to play baseball.
Bama, I will say, you have the easiest lane to attack because you get so defensive so quickly, and then what happens is it turns into these 40-minute rants because MB simply asked a funny question. He literally just said, "Hey, Bama, could you get ready for OTAs?" And then it turned into.
I know I'm better than you.
You're a fraud. It all started because of this. I didn't even say nothing today. So Trent trying to blame me. I ain't saying
nothing. I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, like,
if somebody tells me they can play slot at Alabama, I'm gonna say, yeah, you're
Swiper. I'm just being.
You're 5'5".
You are the main one who be throwing the jabs.
You do be jabbing him though. You do be jabbing him though.
But if you say to me that you're gonna play at Alabama, no, you don't. No, you don't. If you play at Alabama and you're 5'5", yeah, I'm gonna say you're crazy. Like you're crazy. Literally, like up here, something's wrong with you. You're not playing at Alabama. You're not playing at Alabama, bro. It's not happening. I wasn't playing at Alabama.
I was crazy to be 5'6" and play fullback.
Not really. That's the only.
You
been the problem, bro.
Play that, bro.
They play, but they say you the problem, bro.
How? I'm not even doing nothing.
I'm just going by what the chat said. I ain't
It said somebody said y'all jab each other, and I be ignoring it. I just don't know why I'm the target. You know, Bama, man, get your athletes off on somebody else, bro. Dub is a great place to start. You can work your way up.
I already beat him. It's already 30,000 people who saw me beat him.
Beat him in what? What'd you beat him in?
No, they play ones. They play ones. That was an elite basketball.
Nah, that shit was crazy though.
That shit was elite. That was elite.
I don't really fuck with J-Dub, but I gotta give it to him. He definitely.
That was
Who won?
Me,
Bama won. That was some good bump. I'm not gonna lie.
I was, but see, if y'all wasn't there, I was trolling them whole rest of them shots. But see, J-Rob, I'm not gonna say that because when the score was 9-3, J-Rob, I was trolling, shooting one leg.
Look. All I'm gonna say is this: Swiper, when shit was getting close, I seen Bama's hips and legs start shaking, and we wasn't at Magic City. That's all I gotta say. We wasn't at Magic City.
He started folding.
Was shaking, hips was gyrating. He getting mad at us, bro. He getting mad at us like we the reason that Dub is coming back on him, bro. That shit was crazy.
J-Rob was just over there trying to troll. Dub came back on a few jump shots. That was it, bro. If you just go watch it,
bro. At one point, Dub did reach like flow state on his ass. That's why it was getting crazy. He hit like 2, 4, 3 threes back to back to back.
Wait a minute. So what was the final score?
They won by like 1 point.
You won by 1 point versus Dub?
I won in by 2. It was 11-9. I just recently watched it.
Oh, yeah. Shouts. Ron E2, $5 super chat. McDermott's defense is routinely gave up 30 in the game. He's supposed to be a defensive guy, but that's not all on the coach.
Personnel matters too.
Yeah, the players have to be up. The Brandon Bean, I think, is the sole reason why they've been struggling as much as they have. Read this one. Shout out to them. Somebody said Duke or UConn.
UConn.
I'll go Duke, man. You'll be crazy not to go to Duke, bro.
You'd be crazy not to go to Duke. UConn we've literally ran the era, bro. What are you talking about?
By the way, this wasn't ones. Like this is what I'm saying. We weren't playing ones. Chill randomly walked up to me on Venice Beach while we were just shooting around, and then I also made like it's a 4 straight, like an whole other 6. So whatever it is, whatever.
It's UConn, y'all. Put that rent money on the Huskies today. You heard?
Rent money. We show that shooting in Indiana, bro.
Rent, even whatever taxes you got back for your babies. Flip that, put it on the Huskies today.
Versus Duke?
What? How many championships have Duke won the last 10 years?
Yeah, I'm betting on Duke. This has been out the mud, bro. We got Carlos Booz. That boy finna put y'all in the torture chamber, bro.
We done won 2
torture chamber.
5 years. What are you talking
about? Lil Boozer finna have like 28 today. 28-12.
You gonna see
FIFA 101 boy. Remember for 32 months. Shout out, love to the game. Salute to the LD
Lions Den Basketball Crusade with your chest. Yes, sir. LDBC stand up. Yeah.
This thing's crazy.
Yeah, this has been a fun episode, man. You know, we turned in, another Bama me versus you segment. Shout out. Got to get them once every 3 episodes. But it was good. It was fun. J-Rob made a pop back in. We got 300 plus people watching live. So make sure y'all like the stream. J-Rob, man, if you had to, everybody in their prime, apparently, let's do that. Everybody in their prime on PC on the platform right now that's currently watching. How you ranking everybody in their prime, bro? What's your prime press box ranking?
I'm taking me number 1. Two sport demon in high school.
Shouts.
So I'm taking me first. Had a decent career in college, so I'm taking me first easily. Second, I'm probably going Trent. But he, despite his wrist injury, probably the highest rated prospect of us all.
Trent, did you play any other sports?
I was a basketball kid first.
Okay.
But I will say this: Trent had SEC, Big 12. He had everything in the country. So you feel me? I got to give him that flowers. He was the highest rated recruit out of all of us up here.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go Trent second. Bama, I love you. My boy he was all conference 1AA, bro. Like I have to take him third.
I mean, I just know when it I will win. Chat. They can disrespect D2 niggas all they want to. But if it boiled down to some real football shit, bro, I would dog J-Rob, dog Trent, dog Swiper, bro. I mean,
say one thing.
I would dog you niggas, bro. I feel you, bro. I'm glad the Lord made you 6'3". I'm glad the Lord made you 6'3". I'm glad the Lord made Trent 6'5". I'm glad the Lord made you 6'5". I'm glad the Lord made you 6'2", bro. But when it come to a 42 of what football is, bro, I'm dog walking niggas, bro. I'm trying
like,
to
bro, think because he's a bowling ball up the hole. Like, bro, we finna hit you right from that side.
I can't sit here and just be like, all right, cool, bro. I had to go to D2.
Swiper, just
that was the most. Chat, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. That shit hurt my soul when Nick Saban put me up under the chart, showed you like where the fullback's supposed to be compared to where you at, bro. But at the end of the day, it put the battery in my back, nigga. So when niggas like J-Rob,
why can't you just be happy with your career instead of comparing to everybody else? Though
niggas like Trent be talking, I put them niggas on they shit, bro. I got niggas 6.
But why can't it just be Bama? You're Bama. You could just be happy with what you accomplished despite the measurables, and then leave it at that.
Ain't no next man finna tell me they better than me. I'm a man. Vote for me. And in the chat, that's how you need to be feeling too. Ain't no another man better than you, bro. Because we all put our pants on the same way. I'm a man. Vote for me, nigga.
There are many people better than me. If
it's some shit,
there are a lot of people better than me in football.
Well, sorry, bro. I'm not. My daddy didn't raise me to think like that. So if it's in some shit where
but that's delirium, though. Like that what you're doing is delirium.
It's not delirious because at the same time, I done won more than I lost. So is it
but
really
all of us have?
Or is it you trying to put your limitations on me because
it's
you
not
really
a limitation.
Don't know the heart and the dedication?
But Bama, a limitation is.
Know that?
A limitation, Bama, is not. It's not simply you acknowledging that. A limitation is a better player being better than you is not a limitation. That's just me being better than you.
You're not the 1%. That goes for niggas like Jamar Chase and
1%.
Tyreek Hill. You're not the 1%.
There are people ahead of you on the 1%. You realize that?
Me and you both went to the league. We'll be average niggas.
Me and you both went to what? The league?
NFL, we will both be the same.
We would not either be average. None of us would be average. We wouldn't even be close to average.
Therefore, I don't think
we played in the league. We are literally 1% of football players in the whole world.
No.
And we wouldn't be average in the NFL.
What I'm trying to explain to people though, you got the Jags, right? It's really not that much of a difference between Jags at any level. Where the NFL gets their name is the top 1%, bro. Them regular niggas, bro. Are
you talking about the NFL?
Yes, bro.
You said you said the Jags are basically in the same at every level.
Yeah, Jags.
I would disagree with this.
Out the mud.
We got Rashawn McCants.
Bro. Like, what are you saying? Like,
you know how hard it is to go to the. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. So, Juwan Winfrey, my cousin, who was on the platform, he played 7 years in the league, 8 years in the league. Now he's going to be playing in Saskatchewan in the CFL this year. He's just an average nigga?
Because there's another nigga that's finna go and do the same shit he did in the NFL. Is that not right?
What?
He got drafted to the league, though. You know how hard it is to get drafted?
Okay, bro.
No, what is that? Bama, you don't make sense. Clarify.
What I'm trying to tell you is the average guys across, you could plug a lot of niggas into them average guys slots and get the same production as all those average guys. Where the NFL gets his claim to fame is the top 1%. The Antonio Browns, the Tom Brady's. That's where they fully separate themselves. But a lot of those guys, that's just the average guys, right? They just got. That's why I said a lot of niggas.
Winfrey's not an average nigga though.
That's what I'm trying to tell him, bro.
It's like, wait. Do you think Laviska Shenault is an average nigga
in the league? Yes.
He compared to the regular human. What? Are you good?
No, Trent, y'all talking about regular people. I'm talking about niggas that's still trying to play. I'm talking about niggas that's playing CFL, UFL, arena, all of that shit, bro. I'm talking about the guys overseas. I'm talking about the guys that still act. I'm not talking about the niggas off the couch right now. Save them. I'm talking about the guys that still trying to keep the dream alive.
The average NFL player is significantly better.
It's significantly better than the average UFL player. Significantly.
That's why I disagree.
Wait, okay, hold on. Okay,
what do you mean you disagree?
Let's just say
I have to
give
go.
out a linebacker.
I don't see y'all on.
All right, D-Mac. Let me try to figure this out before we go.
Yeah, hold on. Do we think Zaire Franklin is a solid linebacker? Solid.
Of course, he's absolutely.
He's an all-pro linebacker. He's the 1%.
Okay, what's a solid NFL player right now? Just give out.
Alex Singleton is a solid linebacker. He's a definition of a mid-jack.
David Singletary or somebody like that.
Romeo Dobbs is a solid football player now.
Okay, So, Bama, you think Romeo Dobbs right now?
Yeah.
And like Justin Ross in the UFL is not a major difference?
No, because the reason, bro, Justin Ross was the truth, bro.
Yeah, he hasn't hit that at all, bro.
And it was just mental issues, bro. You know, shit off the court, off the field with him, bro.
Does that not come into play of having levels?
But that's what I'm alluding back to. A lot of the times there's where those dudes. Everything was in line. So once that opportunity came, it was no roadblocks, right?
Hollywood Brown is a perfect example of a jag.
Yeah, and you don't think you get another nigga from UFL, CFL, arena ball that could do what Hollywood Brown do?
No, because the speed. I think what you're underestimating, remember, is how big and how fast and how intelligent all of these dudes are, and there are levels to this. When you step on the field, and again, I'll use myself as an example. The reason why I'm saying Bama, I'm not playing in the league, because I trained with other people who made the league, got drafted, and other linebackers, and most of them were all better than me in terms of as an athlete. It wasn't even a conversation.
Yeah, MVP.
They ran 4.4s, they ran 4.5s, they were 230 pounds, they repped 225, 25, 27 times, and they didn't even get drafted. And then you have me. I was also very good, but I wasn't them. There's a huge gap between me and the dudes that play linebacker in the NFL. A massive gap. But that's not an indictment on me. I'm just not one of those kind of players.
And also, Bama, it's okay. Like, ironically enough, and this is what's the cool thing about us compared to the panel. We got a lot of people that really played football. Like, all of us legitimately played this game. And the thing where we all relate, and I think where you even, bro, we was better than most average people that play football, bro. Even to the level that we played at. You going D2, the three of us going D1. Like, there's only certain amount of spots. So the fact that the four of us was able to fill those spots, we wasn't average at the sport. Now, obviously, next to our contemporaries, we are all a part of a 1% now. So now it's different. But the four of us, bro, all four of us could go to a lot of high schools that aren't good when we were in our peaks and change the fucking high school because our talent level was so much better than when I was in high school. One of the reasons why my high school team was not good was because there wasn't enough talent on my high school team. Football is a team sport, but in terms of where I was at with my rest of my peers,
it was less skilled than football. Though, it's less skilled than football. I agree. Basketball, baseball, the skill level is just from league to league. But athleticism. If you got the athleticism to play football, bro, you can survive, bro.
Yo, Kevontae Turpin was like a league MVP in the UFL, bro. XFL. Now, as a wide receiver, he was an MVP. Now he is in the league. He's a great special teamer. But bro, that nigga's a wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4 ass nigga. That shit is like the fact that you're trying to say like it's really not a difference is crazy. Because if you
he came up from arena football. Then he went to the UFL and shredded. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, it's just opportunity.
Arena football, bro.
He was the best player in those leagues, though. And he's average in the NFL,
bro. He won a league MVP in the XFL. Where XFL, UFL? It's not like what are you saying?
But what I'm saying, that's where he came. That's where he came from first, though.
You know what I'm saying, Alabama. If what you saying is true, then like some of these niggas, like bro, nigga, Hakeem Butler is wilding in the XFL, UFL. He's bugging.
He wilds out in the league.
He's wild.
But you know, it's a lot of politics in the NFL, bro.
Yes, there's politics.
But there's a lot of politics.
Yes, obviously there's politics.
They don't always put you in a position to succeed as well.
I don't know, bro. I just don't feel this way about myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very good at what I did. I was extremely good. But then there's a massive gap between me and NFL linebackers, brother. It is just pure football. It's not a diss, just pure football.
And I think some of it too, honestly, Swipe, that we don't talk about enough is like, if we being just completely transparent too, like, yo, there's a level of sacrifice in your mind you got to have for football that I did not have. And I knew I didn't have it.
Mentally.
The moment my career was over, I got on a plane and did an internship with the NBL in Australia because I knew what I wanted to do after this. I knew I'm not chasing rookie camps. I'm not chasing combines and workouts. And I wasn't chasing that. And you know why I wasn't chasing that? Because I didn't love the game enough. Like, that in itself was already one. I love football, love the sport, love all the opportunities it led to me, helped me get an education. But I did not love it enough to chase it in my early 20s till I was 25 and I had to decide what my next steps was. That just wasn't me. And that's a part of the difference, too, of why some people make it and some people don't. You got to be ready to kill your whole life.
You got to be ready to do that.
Oh, don't tell me for the love of the game. They just said niggas don't play for the love.
No, a bunch of us did. A bunch of us did.
No,
J-Rod. It's just everything.
J-Rod, nigga talking about some, there are a lot of niggas who only play football for the love of the game.
That's where it starts, bro. They just so happy to
that's
get
where it
paid
starts.
from what they
Get
love.
to college and the NFL, that shit turn into a business, bro.
I think it's also important to say, J-Rod, because the thing is that it gets misconstrued, and like I'm not like, I don't think people know how much some of us,
gave up
myself, put into play. Yes. For high school, college, like we put our bodies and our heads on the line constantly, our brains. So I'm with you, like, but my burn ain't never gonna be questioned because I was as good as I could have been. But I also know that there are limitations athletically for me to step into another arena to go play against NFL cats. I didn't think it was worthwhile, like I said, for no money and no health insurance to go play arena football. And I didn't have anything to prove to myself that I could go do that. A lot of folks feel like they ain't got no other route to go to. So they go and play arena football and all that. That's a different conversation. That wasn't me. But playing in the NFL, I'm saying I was working out with Brandon Stokely and them in 2013. I saw how all Joe Mays, all these linebackers, I saw them. And there's a gap. Like, I don't know what to tell you. There's me and then there's them. I am not them. And that's cool. I did my best. I tried to work out all that. But I think Bama, what you get misconstrued about, like maybe us, I love football. I love sports. I love competitive. I love the grind of it all. But at some point, like, you also have to see, like, the worst players in the NFL are all better than I am.
Fact.
By a lot. Fact. There's just a reason why they don't play. Because
for example, Eli Apple gets a lot of heat. Eli Apple better corner than I've ever been in my life.
Ever been in
my life.
Right.
I think, like, he's considered, to the average fan, they're gonna say Eli Apple whack at football.
Right.
If Eli Apple and that fan went out on the field, that fan wouldn't even get off the line of scrimmage.
Not even close.
At all. It wouldn't even close.
Wouldn't even. He would fall down within the yard.
Wouldn't even win a rep. So that's why I be saying, like, even at the peaks that we hit in this sport, bro, I'm good with that. Like,
it's always the extreme of what y'all do. It's always the athlete versus a nigga just sitting on the couch. Like, what about a nigga that was training for? Like, what would he do versus a nigga that's
training for football every day, my nigga? He trains every day for football. He go against
a prime Eli Apple.
He's going to go against that 6'5" corner they got at LSU.
Yeah, DJ Pickett.
And it's going to be levels to this shit. Huge levels to this shit.
Bro.
Now, what you mean?
But even the 7th round draft picks are like all-time great athletes, though.
Okay, so Bama, how do you? I don't understand you sometimes. How do you be getting on niggas? Be like, sometimes like y'all never play football. And then when a 26-year-old rapper is about to come into the SEC,
obviously, but no. This is what I'm saying. I'm the only reason I'm kind of like paused on Tusi, bro, because he tried to do the what was it, Syracuse, Illinois? Which one of them two schools?
Syracuse.
Whatever. They fell back on him. So the fact that he still went to LSU, bro,
he walked on. Anybody can walk on.
Trent, I get what you're saying though, but he's following through. So to me, from what I've been seeing, because he don't just look like a skinny ass rapper out there, like he actually got some decent size on him for the walk-on receiver. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking at that. It's like, okay, so I guess he kind of did take it serious for his nutrition, or whatever the case may be. So now we see him out there in practice. He running the routes. He doing everything. Like, he ain't dropping passes. The shit look good.
He did.
Yeah, the little one corner route. I think he stemmed it too far. He rounded it. He should have stemmed it and ran a little bit harder. But I just think for right now, he taking it serious. I want to see him get
serious. Nobody's denying that. You can take football serious, but the nigga's not gonna play. He's a 5'8" receiver with no twitch. If you're gonna be a little ass receiver, you gotta be twitchy as fuck. He's not.
I ain't seen him yet. Like I don't know, bro. I haven't seen enough.
You can see one person work out. He's been posting workout drills for literally a year. He's been working out, I think, with gold feet for mad long. Like he's been posting videos of him training. Bro, he's trying. You can try your hardest. This is not what he meant to do. What he meant to do is he a rapper. He got hit songs, my nigga.
And by the way, playing in football is not like playing basketball.
Like he made it in life, basically. He made it, bro. He's good. Like he's good, bro. He's trying to become. He's trying to bring back something he love, but he dirt. Respectfully, like he not gonna play. He dirt. Like,
bro, Trey, is your hand hurt now? Is your hand still messed up?
Yeah. Like I can't fully put my hand on it. Like you see my hand. This is my left. This is my. You see the flexibility?
Bro, like, football takes everything from you, bro.
I'm saying
I'm 35 and I still got injuries from football, bro. So that's what I'm telling you, bro. Like I'm with you, Bama, on like, but at the end of the day, bro, like I carry scars on my body for the work that I put in. You know what I mean? Like, and so I think for me, it's like it's very personal, but I also don't have pride in like I need to prove myself anymore because I literally gave everything I had. Like the hardest worker in the room, team captain at every level I was playing in. I was one of the best at every level I played in. But at some point, you got to come to terms with like these dudes is just better than me. Like I can't be CJ Allen. There's something about CJ that is just way big. Alex Singleton went to Montana, so I played against players that I think Alex Singleton is a jag in the league. Y'all know how I talk about Alex Singleton. I don't think he's good, but he's way better than me. Way better than me. It just is what it is, bro. Like that's just. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like I'm commentating on the game. I know every one of those dudes on the field are better than me. It's up to kickers.
Oh no, bro. A lot of my best games against D1 teams, D1 recruits. I just always felt like, you know, but then again, you know, I'm the person that always got shit on for the height. Some reason height equates to whether you can play or not. So I was different. It
absolutely does.
It don't.
I'm short.
If you can play,
short
you can play,
for the NFL. I'm 6'1". If you
can play football, you can play football. There's no such thing, bro. This is not basketball.
Like even like me,
like I'm not a bro.
Even like bro, I'm considered a shorter tight end. Like bro, height.
How much did you weigh when you played?
Huh?
How much did you weigh when you're like at your peak when you played in high school?
When I was first coming up, like my sophomore junior year, I was like 6'1". I hit like 6'3" senior year.
But how much did you weigh? I'm saying senior year.
Oh, my senior year, I was like 225, 230.
But that's a baby. Like, I mean, legitimately, like for a tight end, that's a baby. But you got to put weight on, like as you get older and stuff, to be able to play in college and everything. But like, I was 195. J-Rob, for me to be 195 pounds coming out of high school playing middle linebacker at 5A,
bro, I'm
being as good as I was, that's what I'm saying. Like
I'm saying, like just think of the people that are short, like that are like for you to be small, like you got to be like a Tank Dell, like bro, Tank Dell, nigga, quick this fuck routes. It like you gotta be something. You gotta have something different. You can't be.
And by the way, and Trent and J-Rob, I think I want to correct this because people think the height's not king in football like it is about. I don't think people know this. These football players are massive.
Facts.
Massive. Tight ends, when you play against Michigan State, they are 6'5". They are not small, bro. These people are huge. And they're big and fast. And guess what, bro? The reason why the height matters, same thing with the arm length. You got to be able to get off blocks when you're playing in the box.
But this is why I say y'all gaslight, Swiper. You went early, really sat up there and said, if Speed got training, he can play in the league.
I didn't say that. That Early said that. So no, I did not say that. Early said that. I said he's a very good athlete.
Hear that. I'm not even trying to hear this whole Speed thing. I'm gonna be real though. I mean, height. Some of these things do matter, but I will also say this though. Like if the four of us were like standing around and the Players' Choice fans seen us, they'd be like, "You four motherfuckers are huge."
Mm-hmm.
Like if you meet Trent, Bama, even at your height, Bama, you still a stocky, clearly lifted weights in your lifetime. Like if the four of us stood next to each other and people would say, "What sport did y'all all play?" They all gonna assume we play football, bro.
Said a nigga played badminton.
Like so, I think in terms of the height, I mean, football players are definitely much wider too than
they're massive, bro. Like
they're huge, bro. Like. I think people don't like even a Derrick Henry. You know, Derrick Henry is like 6'4". Like if you look at him in real life,
here's the problem, bro. You played in 2000, like so you were on the team in 2017, bro. And so you would play against you was playing against your conference, but even the running backs, dog, are like 5'10", 205.
Dude, I played against Marlon Mack, AJ Dillon,
huge,
and Tony Pollard in college, bro.
Huge,
all beasts. AJ Dillon, I swear to God, I thought he separated my shoulder. Just trying to tackle him.
They're huge.
Do you know when them big 6'7" DNs used to try to tackle, they just fall off, right? Because of leverage, right? Yeah. Like I used to run through them. I used to run through arm tackles because how low you got to get to tackle me, Swipe? And then when
you played the position that height is the one thing where it could actually not be a limiter. You played running back.
That's
fullback, playing fullback and leading in the.
But I run the ball though. I'm
not against you, bro. I just think, Bama, that I think for whatever tenacity you think you have, which is cool, which I agree with. I think what you're discounting is I know J-Rob had to have it in a different way, but I was addicted to contact, and I was my moniker was how physical I was. So I think for me, it's I like the attitude and stuff you bring. I just think the thing you got to realize is when you playing in a box at that level, if you don't love contact, you are not going to be a good player. And Trent can speak to this, and J-Rob speak to this. If your linebacker does not enjoy contact, there's no way for you to do it.
Do you know
you really can't play the position? That's why.
I'm not comparing.
My best play was 32 wham.
Bama, but I think I'm cool.
I love that shit.
But Bama, you're always focusing on yourself. I'm saying you need to focus on the other people that are around you. I'm saying Trent loved it in its own way and it made him great. J-Rob did. But Bama, to be a linebacker at the D1 level and to be a above average player, you got to have something up here that's not all the way settled.
Yeah, you got.
I'm saying, Bama, I worked that out. I'm over that. That's years ago, bro. I'm telling you, that's why when you do this competitive thing.
And that's what I've been trying to tell you, Swiper. That psyched outness be talking to me like the Green Goblin man.
That's cool, but you have unresolved trauma related to that.
No, it's not that, bro. Is bro. I'm trying to tell you.
But Bama, I think you feel like your career should have went a different way. I think you feel like your career should have went a different way.
No. I don't.
J-Rob, that's what it is. He feels like his career should have went different.
I'm happy how my career went, but what it does is when people try to tell me or limit me,
I don't think it's necessarily that he thinks his career should have went another way, but I think my dog does feel like, he was a good player coming out of high school. He wasn't a bum. So I think in his mind, people was probably telling him come on, man. Let's be honest. We know what these coaches say to our faces when we get recruited. I'm gonna be honest. You know why I didn't go through a lot of things? Because I was a 6'2", 6'3" corner as a junior. I was a commodity, bro. I ain't going front. I can't really speak to some of the things that other recruits got to deal with because I didn't deal with them. Everybody loved my height. They love my potential. My senior year, I got one injury and I shut it down. And all my coaches that recruited me said, yes, shut it down. We'll see you in the summer. Yeah. It was never an issue. So because everybody said, we're about to get this 6'3" corner and we're going to mold him into that. But I think for Bama, I think there
he had to go through a different set of
I think that chip on his shoulder from knowing I just scored fucking 15 touchdowns this season, had 1,000+ yards, and y'all telling me about my size. So I see where he be coming from because I think that chip on his shoulder just lingers, period. That's why he's so competitive, this, that, and the third. I don't even think he thinks my career should have went this way, that way. I just think he feels like I always had to prove that I could play this game. And so I think that's where that comes from.
I'm with it, but I think, man, and then Trent has a lot to be. Obviously, he's young, but Trent, obviously, I hope you don't have no, you don't grow with regret because regret don't do nothing for you. It just don't serve you in life, right? So you know what I mean? It is what it is. You got an injury that happens. It happens. But that's another story that you get to build. I think Trent, if any of us has feels like their career should have turned differently, it's Trent, obviously. You know what I mean? And you're college age, so you should literally still be in
it. Exactly.
I think that's where
my boy would be getting NIL money, and I would need some of it too. So
you gotta think, bro. I was it's crazy. Seeing my boy Matthew Golden, played 707. Now he in the league. We was in the same class. It's just all my boys. That's half them niggas in the league. So it's shit, it is what it is. So,
but that's what I'm saying. That's how football is a different sport because literally, bro, people die playing football in high school. People get neck injuries in high school. People get concussions in high school. People get life-altering injuries in high school for free. So like football, it does do something different to you, and I think that the things you have to do to be great at football are, and this is where I'm not with early on the become speed. To be great at football is a level of sacrifice that no other sport can touch. No other sport.
But you got to think, Swiper, you got to think. I'm going to the combine. I see Garrett Nussbaum. I was growing up with. He was in an older class, but I knew of him. We all get recruited. I'm talking all of these niggas that I all knew. We all chop it up. It's like damn, I should be here, but it's what it is. Like I heard, yeah. Like you can't just take it to regret. But I think on a Bama side. And it's not like nothing to finish. I just feel like I think too though, like I think Bama just don't realize like it's really like real deal like levels to the shit. Like,
yeah, there is a lot of levels.
I know it's levels.
I'm just saying like for me personally, like me coming in as a sophomore, me having all these offers, I'm training with CeeDee Lamb his senior year. I really see like the levels. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, like this shit that's happening with Keon Coleman right now in the league. I don't know fucking how, because I'm training with this nigga. This nigga looks like a fucking animal.
Monster.
Yeah. Like, he looks like a fucking monster, level, bro. He's like, are you training with Tank Dell? Yeah. And watching that shit right next to you, bro. That shit is a different ball game, bro. Like that shit.
Listen, I just think what it is. A part of it is to go back to what J. Rob said, bro. Like, I don't think you niggas knew how much work I had to put in.
Before Cam Ward went to
but that's cool, man. But I think the way you wear it though. The way you wear it is different though, and I think, and I'm with you. I understand the grind, but bro, like, whenever you put me in shorts and t-shirt next to any
linebacker, like, bro, I told James, I don't told certain people, bro. I don't be caring about. I told them boys, bro. Like that's why I said, Swipe. Like, I fought with y'all dedication, bro. But I don't. This is what I'm saying, bro.
No, but Bama, that's fine. But I think Bama, what happens is Bama. No, Bama, that's cool. But Bama, the problem is,
I'm trying to tell you about me.
I know, but Bama, the reason why this started is because of you and the way you make the way you make other people sound about their own.
No, bro, I be trying to tell you what this happened is. You be jabbing, you be trying to tell me my limitations, and I be
Bama, because you literally started with everybody else. Bama, you literally will tell me. Bama, you literally will tell me you're routing me up to start a show or whatever else it is.
Yes.
So obviously we gonna go tip for that.
After you already poked, bro.
Bama, the super chat was about you, and you started attacking other people.
Already jabbed before that though.
I didn't say anything, Bama. The conversation didn't start today. The conversation started with a super chat.
I be hearing y'all, bro. I be hearing y'all, bro. I don't be tripping off nobody, bro. I be hearing y'all, Swiper. I understand, bro. You worked out, bro. All of that, cool, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, where I was in my arc, I took it a step further, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's cool, Bama. If we go. Bama, if we go tit for tat, then cool. If we go tit for tat, then cool. I think I would have monstered everybody up here in the prime. But that's cool. But that's how I feel. But like that's cool. But Trent can feel that way because Trent was good the way he was.
I'm a man.
Bama, you were good the way you were. J-Rob, but that's the way it works though. All of us feel like we're the best. We're the best on the field.
Ray Lewis shit.
But again, all of us feel like we're the best at what we do.
With me running Miracle Mile, nigga, running.
But all of us feel like we're the best at what we do. But Bama, you're not alone in that. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Swipe be thinking that shit. That's why I said, bro. I used to be real crazy about it, bro. That shit wake you up out your sleep, bro.
That's cool. That happened to a lot of us, though, bro. That happened to a lot of us, though, bro.
Eric Thomas, how bad do you want it?
That's cool, but Bama, that happens to all of us. All of us were in that boat with you. All of us were in that boat with you, and we still better than you. That's the difference. Like J-Rob, that is the difference. All of us feel like all of us. J-Rob had them nights. Trent had them nights. I had them nights. That's just the way it worked.
You wasn't out there for them 9-hour summers. I know you wasn't.
What you mean? How you know? You don't know what we were doing?
I know.
9-hour summers. What the fuck are you?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
9 hours.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You don't know any of the work any of us were putting in. You just talking.
Wait, whoa. 9 hours. What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, dead ass, bro. 9-hour summers, bro. You wake up, you put 3 hours, 6 a.m. You wake up, put your 3 hours in the weight room.
That's cool, Bama. That's cool, Bama. And you was around a bunch of other dogs, bro. You sitting at a table with other dogs. I don't know what to tell you.
We flipping tires at noon. At the
I ain't gonna front Bama. I hear what
you. Yeah, I'll tell you, I hear it, but he ain't about to say he outworked me. I don't know what to tell you.
After this, we call the quarterback
really hear this because everything he's talking about.
We all did. Every one of us did it.
We need.
And by the way, this is no diss. Trent, you the only one up here that came from a legacy. So, and that's not even a bad thing. That's a good thing. You want to do that. Like in Trenton, you balled out with what you did. J-Rob ain't come from that. I ain't coming. I think, Bama, you act like we wasn't in the grind with you though. That's the difference. All of us was doing it.
My daddy was all in the I had a daddy too.
And Trent, you was too. And I'm saying, Trent, you were too.
Boys about to make me mad, bro. Chat, bro.
Why the fuck are you in the weight room?
I give niggas.
No, exactly. But Trent, you understand what I'm saying? Every one of us was doing it though. That's what the whole point is.
I'm in there for niggas like you, for niggas like Swipe. That's why I'm in there, bro.
That's cool, Bama. You can get emotional and you can cry about it. It still ain't gonna make you better than me. That's where the levels things comes to. That's why that stuff matters.
I'm a man too.
That's why that stuff matters. You can do all that, but you're still not better than me. That's the way it works.
That's a lie.
That's the way it works. I don't know what to tell you.
That's a lie, nigga. And
that's the way it works. When you play against other people, that's the same mentality that they have.
I said we can prove it, bro.
No, at 35 years old, it's over. Bama, your time to beat me is over. That time was 12, 14, 20 years ago. If you couldn't beat me 20 years ago, you'll never beat me.
I did.
The legacy. No, it's not. It's not. There was no 2 in the morning. I'm gonna tell you. I was asleep. I was sleeping 2 in the morning. I was asleep. I was sleeping 2 in the morning, bro. I don't know to tell you. J-Rod, at 2 in the morning, were you asleep? I was asleep. I was getting ready for practice the next day or something like that. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
You right, bro. I was a bitch, bro.
I was knocked out. I was knocked out asleep, bro. I was knocked out asleep.
You right, bro.
Hey, Bama, do you? But Bama, you can at least concede.
In the sand,
Bama.
In the sand. We don't have the Mormon church in the sand, bro.
That's cool, Bama. But Bama, that's cool. But you realize that everybody that you talking to did the same thing.
Running heels on the beach.
Everybody you talking to did the same thing. Everybody. The people you're on stage with did the same thing.
Go to the extreme. I win.
We obviously did. We could have worked out. J-Rob. I can tell you this right now. J-Rob. Hey, J-Rob. I walked into college at 190. I was 225 starting versus the University of Kansas the very next year. So clearly, J-Rob, we went to work.
Yeah, Bama, I'm gonna be honest. I love you. You know, we brothers in this shit, but I definitely don't want to do the sacrifice competition.
Not even a question.
Nigga, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, my nigga. I got up.
Yeah, I got it, bro. I'm not even gonna do it, bro. Like you said, it's not a question.
Not even
a question.
I did everything.
You want us to concede it to you because you were shorter and had to work hard? What do you think we was? Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like,
what work smart or not? You think I'm about to be in the fucking women for 3 hours? You done lost the fucking plot.
Hey, that's fine, bro. I did.
Work smart.
You can find a way in, son. Find a way out, bro. Congratulations, bro.
Like, bro,
I'm not even tripping off of that, bro.
Yeah, Bama, you were very strong, but like you that aided you. You were stronger than all of us pound for pound. That's your bag. That's your bag. Like nobody's denying that. But like I think, Bama, the issue is you like. We all have miracle stories too. We should have made it the way as far as we made it. I'm not letting nobody question me. That's for sure. You can ask about me from Colorado from 13 to 21. Yeah, that's not happening, bro. It's not happening.
I'm not willing to concede that, bro. I know my story, bro.
Yeah, you can ask all my college. You can ask all my strength coaches what I was doing.
I know what I gave for the game. I'm sorry. I know what I gave for the game.
Hey, by the way, J-Rob. That's by the way, freshman, captain. Sophomore, captain. Junior, captain. Senior, captain. That don't happen for accident. That don't happen. There's a reason why you walk into school, you want a leadership council with a bunch of seniors. There's a reason why. I don't have to tell you, bro. Like that's who you're talking to. So just make sure you remember that we recognize the work that you put in. Right. But you're not finna tell me you outwork me, dog.
Right.
It's never gonna happen.
I will. I did and I will.
That's cool, but it didn't work out for you the way it worked out for me. Could I obviously put something else in?
I'm out.
That's it. No, but I'm saying that's it. Ain't no diss.
Guess what? You still at Bruh's barbecue with me, nigga. We still at the same spot, nigga.
We talking football. We talking about football.
Still at the same spot.
We talking about football. We had different football careers. That's what happened.
You still ended up at Bruh's barbecue, nigga.
I'm at the football? No, that's not what happened in football. You brought up the football. That's what happened with the football.
No, I mean, whatever.
Hey, out the mud.